game. And what they did, what Allen put together, once they got to moving, they got everything to start grooving and it started clicking. That offense looked like something, man. I'm telling you, they look like something they should have been on Monday Night Football, the way they were moving, man.
Well, I was over here at Benedict that day, and I just listened to what Allen was doing. And it's hard to be from Columbia, or been in Columbia for a while, and not be excited about what Allen's
ball on the
doing.
ground one more time. Referee threw his beanbag down, so I guess it's a fumble, and yes, Benedict ball. Take a look at the replay. Let's see what happened on that one. Quick pass to the outside and coming over the top. I cannot tell who was that who came over and knocked it out and poked it loose. We're going to take it one more time. See which – it was one of those defensive linemen who came over and poked it loose. You know what? I don't even know why I was wondering who poked it loose.
Oh, I would imagine.
When you have an All-American, it's just easy to say. Lubert Dinellis.
Lubert Dinellis with the punch-out. On the recover, Charlie Moorhead, another defensive lineman.
My goodness. Here we go. They'll hand it off, trying to find some room to run on the outside. Now, Anthony, let me tell you something. Now, I'm an old riverboat gambler. I bet the house every time I bet. Anytime I get an interception, turnover, or fumble, I always do play action and go to the end zone.
I think we'll see that right about now. Well, I don't know. He got Thunder back in there, and it was positive carry on that positive yardage on that last carry.
Speaking of going to the end zone, Duhart on the outside, and he's bumped out of bounds at the 5-yard line. I was in my head, Anthony. I was saying throw it in the end zone, but Duhart, he just says, "Hey, I can run you there too."
I was kind of following you there with that, and I looked. I said, "Wait a minute, that's DeAndre Duhart. He's probably gonna pitch or hand that ball off to him," and he definitely did. Positive yardage, brought up another first down. Benedict.
All right, here we go. They'll hand it off to Duhart one more time. This time he's met in the backfield by the Yellow Jacket defensive line. The big boy stepped up strong.
He came up and got within that Benedict offensive line. We're talking a lot about that defense. We talk about Benedict's skill players. We got to give a little more credit to that offensive line for Benedict as well.
They are. And you notice something I noticed about this Benedict offensive line. They substitute a lot of guys in and out.
Yes. I think we have now a first or second year offensive line coach. I think he's in his first season, and he had quite a few of them coached up and ready to go.
All right, here we have the big formation in, 2 tight ends moving to the other side of the field. Now they'll send one back in motion on the other side. Here's your shotgun snap. Dennis throws, has a man. Did he make it to the pylon? Yes! Down. Touchdown, Stephen Campbell. Take a look at Stephen Campbell catching this one. Coming down the line of scrimmage, sneaking into the flat. He'll have it, and he got into the end zone.
That's big 6'4". Stephen Campbell, man, from Fountain Inn, South Carolina, Greenville, South Carolina. He's a transfer from Georgia Military College, and playing his last year here at Benedict. And just like that, took it into the end zone.
The big man needed all 6'4" of that one to get into the end zone. Here's your extra point. Snap, place, hold, kick. It is up, and it is good from Picarillo.
Incredible stretch by 6'4" Stephen Campbell to get it in the end zone. I'll tell you what, the Benedict College ROTC cadets are doing touchdowns, and they're going to match the points on the board for Benedict. Right now they're picking up lots of push-ups. They're at 21 touchdowns. And by the way, it's Military Appreciation Day here at Benedict. We have soldiers from quite a few places, and the VFW, Gandy Griffin, 4162, led by Reginald Bell. They're out here today, and the auxiliaries supporting Benedict and Allen U football.
I tell you, man, proud to have the soldiers out here with us. And one thing you kind of take for granted growing up in Columbia, you forget that Fort Jackson is like the biggest training base on the East Coast. You have so many soldiers come in from there, and it's just a way of life seeing all the Army soldiers and everything that you have. You kind of take it for granted a little bit, me being from Columbia.
Check that. Fort Jackson is the largest training base in the country.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, man. They're a few years ago, they met that standard and have been there since.
All right, here you have it. Got a block. Uh-oh. I think it was a late face mask that'll come in there, but he keeps running. Yeah, anytime you got a guy running and his helmet turns one way and his body's facing the other way, that might be a penalty.
But I tell you, man, that kid refused to go down.
Oh, no.
Allen has some athletes on this football team.
A lot of tough kids out there for the Allen University Yellow Jacket squad.
And have to make sure, again, it's Military Appreciation Day. Certainly, definitely want to recognize, again, the Gandy Griffin Post 4262 VFW, Veterans of Foreign Wars. And they're on the field today preparing to make a donation to Benedict College and supporting the ROTC programs. That post is led, again, by President Reginald Bell. And the quartermaster, the finance guy, is Arthur Jameson, Comrade Arthur Jameson. Great to see our veterans support what we're doing here in Columbia.
I tell you, we appreciate the service. We appreciate their service for everything these men and women have done for us and done for our country. Good to hear. What type of ROTC program do they have here at Benedict?
You know what, Sly? Here at Benedict, you could do Army, Air Force, or Navy ROTC programs.
Okay. Now, I don't know if I meet that weight standard for the Air Force.
Hey, I'm an old Army guy who switched to the Air Force and retired Air Force.
Oh, interception! Pickoff going the other way. Diego Addison out of AC Flora High School. Look at Diego come through with the interception rolling, and he throws it in there, and Diego slides on in for the INT.
That's a District 1 product here in Columbia, South Carolina. And he left for AC Flora and came to Benedict right here in the heart of District 1 school district. And he went down and took that interception. I mean, he dug down deep and came up with it. Proud to see that our local kids are getting a chance to do things right here in Columbia.
Big time pick. Hey, once again, I tell you, man, I'm an old riverboat gambler. I want to see a play action down the field. Will we see it?
I think we might see it this time, Sly.
Here we go. Shotgun formation. One back in the backfield. There's your play action. Oh, and the pressure came, and my goodness. Maybe you might not need to listen to me. Look at the replay on this one. Go ahead.
I'll tell you, Sly, we're about to see something different now because the quarterback, Aeneas Dennis' helmet came off on that sack, and that's a sack by Allen. So just like that, now they have to thrust in a quarterback to keep this thing moving.
Yep.
And in there now is number 14, Zayshawn Rice from Florence, South Carolina, Wilson High School.
Yep. He played under Derek Howard. I think Derek Howard was still the coach. I think he was still the coach at Florence, at Wilson when he played. But I know he's the coach at Ridgeview now. Well, here we have it. End of the first quarter, scored 21-7. Benedict on top of Allen. It's the Black College Sports Network Game of the Week. We'll see you in a little bit.
Nope.
Come on, him.
Ooh, I like him.
Quick, the quicker picker-upper. Bounty picks up messes quicker, and each sheet is 2 times more absorbent, so you can use less.
He's an 8.
He's a 9.
Bounty, the quicker picker-upper.
From novice to aficionado, find yourself here. High quality cigars plus personal customer service. Slow Burn is Waco's only mobile cigar lounge, featuring a meticulous, curated collection of premium cigars. Visit our website, www.slowburnwaco.com. That's www.slowburnwaco.com.
Itchy, squirmy, scratchy, family not.
We are back live at Charlie Johnson Stadium here on Two Notch Road in Columbia, South Carolina. Got us a good one, scored 21-7. 21-7. Benedict Benedict on top of Allen. Here we go. 1st and 10. Start of the second period. Wide receivers pinched in tight. Twins on both sides. Sending a man in motion. Now they're looking, throwing to the outside. Leading receiver. Did it hit the ground? No, it didn't hit the ground. They'll still run, and he'll be knocked out of bounds. That was Israel Rhodes. Israel Rhodes, sophomore running back.
Yeah, Izzy Rhodes, man. Great decision with the run. He looked at the defender, juked one to the right and took off, picked up positive yardage. And that's Rice stepping in, number 14. Mm-hmm. And you're right, he played for Derek Howard at Wilson High School down in Florence. He was Derek's last year down there coaching was Rice's last year playing.
Okay. Yep. Met Derek. Derek played at Morehouse. As a matter of fact, I used to coach with Derek at Allen University a long time ago. Pass across the middle, complete for about a 2, maybe a 3-yard gain at the most. Pass complete to Rashad McCain.
Brings up a punting opportunity or a punt return opportunity for AU.
Back deep, they'll have the dangerous Kevin Graham. Kevin Graham, young man out of Texas, Westfield, Texas. A lot of players in the state of Texas.
And you can get down to Texas and get you some of everything in terms of football down there.
I'm telling you. All right, here we go. That rugby-style kick, he'll boot it. Oh, and it goes off the foot of the gunner. He had a chance to pin him. He had a chance to pin Allen inside the 5, and that ball hit a funny bounce.
That's a long run back to the sideline after that missed opportunity for the gunner down there. It's one that the ball landed right where it should have. He didn't come up with it. Wide receiver, man, he's supposed to have good hands.
Supposed to have good hands. You got to get that one.
And Allen's coming up now. They had a first down from the 20-yard line as opposed to the 4-yard line maybe.
They'll take that. Let's see how David Wright responds after throwing that interception. He'll have 2 receivers to each side. Running back to his left. Penalty flags come in. Looks like a false start. False start on the offense.
That's exactly what Coach Keaton does not want to happen. To back up 5 yards against the dangerous, tough, stout Benedict defense.
All right, here we go. That'll make it 1st and 15. You are right. Coach Keaton does not want that. Hard way to start off 1st and 15. All right. Here we go. 1st and 15. 1st and 15. David Wright, he'll have 2 receivers both sides of the field. Looking, throwing across the middle, finds the running back out the backfield. Pickup of about 7 yards on the carry to on the pass to Bo Harrington.
Well, nice gain, yardage gain on that play. Not bad way to start your second down after losing 5 yards.
Here we go. 3 receivers to the wide side of the field. Right, looking, feeling some pressure, and slammed down. And I think the freshman got him. Was that 97? Was that Barker? Let's take a look at the replay. Let's see on the inside. Barker just using that strip. Look at him. Barker just throwing his man down and getting in the backfield.
Tell you what, that's what you call a straight-up Georgia boy right there, man.
Oh.
That's a Georgia boy right there, Sly.
My goodness.
I mean, he's 5'10".
On his best day. He's 5'10" on his best day.
On paper, he's 5'10".
But he was the powerlifting champ in the state of Georgia. Oh, nice pass across the middle. Caught. I think he has enough for the first down.
That's a first down, man. And I tell you, man, he got that out to Armand Harris. Brings up an AU first down.
Look at this route of Marty Harris across the middle, catching it, picking up the first down. I know Harris got that catch, but to talk about Barker a little bit, this young man, I really like this young freshman. He's only one of 3 freshmen who actually play for Benedict. True freshmen who actually play for Benedict.
Talking about true freshmen playing for Benedict, one that it's missing on that field today for Benedict is number 10, Caden Hyde.
Caden Hyde.
Also a Georgia young man out of that greater Atlanta area.
Grayson High School. Caden actually won a national championship at Grayson, I think, 2 years ago. His senior year, no, his junior year. I'm sorry, his junior year. They were the national champions.
Wow.
Yeah,
wow.
Grayson is a football factory. Oh, great defense by Hayward. Knocked it out his hands at the last minute. Great defense by Joshua Hayward.
Sly, the thing when you talk about Joshua Hayward, if you look at the numbers, there's not a lot of numbers his way because coaches are wise enough not to throw his way. I was surprised on that one, but just like Joshua Hayward is as a player, he broke it up.
I tell you, and you talked about not many passes coming his way. When you look at his numbers, you say, oh, well, he doesn't have a million interceptions. Well, because nobody throws it to him. Oh, what a pass, finding a hole in the zone. Great play to Amani Harris. Amani Harris making his presence known.
That Amani Harris, David Wright connection is special.
And here's the one thing about David Wright. What you like about David Wright. David Wright will throw you in a game, and he just might throw you out of one. But that kid is fearless, and he throws such a pretty ball. And when he places it on the money, he places it on the money. Here we go. Shotgun. They'll throw it across one more time. This time he threw it just a bit behind his receiver.
Well, think about David Wright. He came into the game, 19 touchdowns, 14 interceptions. Now he has 20 touchdowns and 15 interceptions.
I tell you. Yes, sir, David Wright.
One stat you'd really like to stop where it's at, both stats for both coaches.
Nice run to the outside, pickup of about 7 on the carry. On the run, that was Allen Riggins.
Coming back out on the field, number 97, Barker.
Now let's keep an eye on Barker on the inside, see if he bench presses an offensive guard. No, they double-teamed him this time, and they ran right where he was, but they'll pick up the first down. Somebody read the game plan on Barker. Let's double-team him and get him out the way.
Yeah, sometimes it's almost like pick your poison, man. You got to deal with Barker. And Barker really just came on the strong, maybe the last 3 or 4 games, maybe the last 2 or 3 games. And but you got to deal with him. You got to deal with Danellis and everybody else on that defensive line.
Trying to cut back, and he goes nowhere at all. And speaking of that defensive line, this time it was Broughton leading the charge on the defensive line.
Tell you what, pick your poison, because either way, that defensive line from Benedict, big Jaden Broughton from Moncks Corner, South Carolina. His dad's an alum of Benedict as well, so he kept it in the family.
Now, here's something we're going to talk about Broughton. That is my mother's maiden name, and we're going to talk about we're from a town called Ruffin, South Carolina. Ruffin, I think we may be cousins somewhere. Ball tipped. There's your flag. Flag came in late. There's your pass interference flag coming in. But I truly believe, and especially if Broughton keeps making tackles like that in the backfield, we may be related.
Well, Sly, there's a lot of athletes that come out of that Moncks Corner, Berkeley County, tip of Orangeburg County area, man, and Colleton County down there in Berkeley County. That Broughton name is pretty synonymous with athletes. It's
a sad day for Colleton County. Now, I'm going to say Colleton County last night, they took one on the chin. They took one. They played Irmo High School, and I think the game was last night. I think Irmo scored again a couple of minutes ago. Irmo still might be scoring.
They come away with an 88-0 score.
I'm telling you, it got ugly last night. They had to call it in the midway through the fourth quarter. Oh, there's Broughton. Broughton coming. Oh, but Wright manages to throw it away. Broughton had him wrapped up, and Wright still managed to throw it away.
I tell you, you know, you got Broughton, you got Aaron Miller, you got Danellis, you got Hannibal when he's healthy. You have Barker. Those 5 guys, man, make statement plays every game, it seemed like.
Every game. And then the thing is, a lot of times when you're coaching against someone and your offensive lineman, you say, okay, good, we got the All-American out the game. Well, you're bringing in a future All-American right behind him.
And this is 4th down right here, man, 4th and short.
Right. 4th and 12.
4th and 12, that's right. It's rather interesting.
Well, ball on the 32. Here's the pressure. Escapes from Broughton. Still rolling to the outside, trying to throw it. Throws it to the – oh, I almost picked away. I almost picked off by Agent Zero out there. Didn't get it, but that'll be a turnover on down.
Look on the field, man. Coach Odafa, he's the defensive coordinator, and sometimes you look at him, you think he's been in football pads very recently because this guy gets fired up, man. He gets fired up for that Benedict defense.
I like Coach Odafa. I actually talked to him before the game out of Lakeland, Florida. He used to coach at Southeastern, big-time NAIA program down there. And he's actually from Lakeland. We talked about the fact that you got the coach out of place that you're actually from.
And then this guy played at FAMU.
Here we go. Here's this snap to the outside, low pass. It is complete for about a 5-yard gain to Jalen Jones.
You know, that was pretty heads up for Jones to get down and still make that catch.
They'll give it back to Jones. Jones will break a tackle, and Jones will pick up the first down plus a lot more.
You know, coach and players love to see what happened, you know. It's almost like he caught the ball, but it wasn't the best situation. They came right back to him, built his confidence as well as the quarterback's confidence, and that gave you another Benedict first down.
I tell you, man, give it to him again. Here we go, sending the man in motion across the field. Dennis will have it. He'll hand it off. Running forward straight into the arms of the Allen defender. It'll be about a 2-yard gain on the play.
You know, sometimes what scared me with the players, basically with the officials, sometimes I think they hold a little too long on blowing that whistle. And hate to think about extra penalties that come as a result or even injuries for that matter. But that's why they're on the field and I'm up here.
There you go. Blow the whistle, Mr. Ref. Blow the whistle. All right, here we go. They'll send the man in motion. Now he'll bring it down. Dennis dropping back, looking, trying to throw over his shoulder. Good pass to Scotland. Is it a fumble or incomplete pass?
Look like it's an incomplete pass there.
Great
attempt. Great defense on that Allen University defensive back there. He was beaten, stayed alive, and wouldn't give up.
I don't know. He might have took about 2 or 3 steps after that catch. They're going to say incomplete. And Benedict's going to hurry up and run the play so he don't have to worry about a replay. Yeah, but I think he may have took 1 or 2 steps after he caught it, you know.
I might have to agree with you there.
But home team got to get the home team call. Now Dennis looking, going over the top, has a man deep, off his fingertips. And once again, it hit him in the worst place possible. It hit him in his hands.
Slide. I'm going to say this.
Let's take a look at this. Did it? It hit him. If it touched your hands, you have to catch it.
Every receiver's coach calls that an incomplete pass on the receiver. You're supposed to bring that in. You practice those drills daily. Great everything. Couldn't haul it in.
Gotta haul it in. You are a wide receiver.
Piccarillo with the fumble there on the snap, but he was able to get that ball out there on a pretty nice punt again.
All right. That'll bring up 1st and 10, 1st and 10, 6 minutes, 56 seconds to go. Allen defense holds, but we have 2 flags on the play, 2 flags way behind the ball. That is interesting placement on the flags. Let's see. Our producer Roy said it's a crackback block. Let's see. Now here's something. Now I'm gonna tell you, I'm old. I didn't hear what the referee said.
Yeah, I thought I heard 12 men as well. I don't know if it's the offense or the defense, but it looked like nothing's happening as of yet.
Okay, well, they picked up the flag. So, hey, we're going to play. We're going to play ball. We're going to play ball. 1st and 10, ball on the 20-yard line, ball on the 21-yard line to be exact. 20-and-a-half-yard line, let's say that. Here we go. 3 receivers to the wide side of the field. They'll hand it off, trying to find some room to run up that middle. Brought down and slunk down rather roughly by Aaron Miller. Aaron Miller, number 15 in the game, defensive end, out of Decatur, Georgia.
Another Georgia player, man, out of that metropolitan Atlanta area.
Scrambling, trying to get to the outside, finds a receiver, trying to pick up some room, but he doesn't go very far because that Benedict defense is pretty fast. You know, you said another Georgia player, so this a Metro Atlanta player too, so I guess this would explain why Morehouse and Clark maybe they aren't so good because I think Benedict's getting all the studs.
Yes, we had to get him out of Columbia. That's Coach get him out of Atlanta area. Coach Berry's method. He said Clark, Atlanta, and Morehouse don't need these kids. He's bringing them up here to Benedict.
All right, here we go. They'll send the man in motion. I thought it was some movement on the line. Everybody else thought it was some movement, but the refs didn't throw. Wright still out there scrambling and moving around. No, that was Harrington ended up with the ball. Let's take a look at the replay. I don't know what happened.
That was a very interesting pitch by Wright. Right ready. He was about down, and he pitches it out to Harrington, and Bo gets him some positive yardage out of that. Not many, but better than what it would have been. The
creativeness.
That's a gutsy play by Wright.
It's only gutsy when it works.
That's right.
If it doesn't work, Coach Keaton might have a few choice words for him. Here we go. They'll throw to the outside, and good coverage over there by Hayward.
Yeah, I just expect when you throw to Hayward, not many things to Hayward's side, not many things are going to happen great for you.
He makes it tough on the passing game when it goes to his side of the field.
Third down, man. But, hey, you have David Wright back then. Things happen with that young man quarterbacking.
Throwing across the middle, pass to Jamal Jones, and he will be way short of the first down, probably about 3 yards short of the first down. That'll bring up 4th and 3. Allen will send on that punting unit. Allen will send on the punting unit.
That's Durant back there to return the punt. Young man from Moncks Corner, South Carolina, a true freshman.
Oh, there's a flag. Ran into the kicker. I don't know if that's roughing the kicker or he ran into kicker still down.
I think that's going to be roughing.
Great job of acting. He's still on the ground. The flag is out, young man. You can get up now.
I'll tell you what, man. I hope the young man's okay. But if he's acting, great job of it. It's good to see him up and moving off the field.
DeMar Wilkins, we want to Len Wilkins, I don't know about that theater program over there at Allen, but it must be great.
Right. He did well enough, man, because Benedict's defense is back on the field. And so out there on now, man, we got number 91, Marcellus Livingstone. Hadn't called his name much, but he's out there now.
Offsetting penalties. You had a holding, and you also had a roughing the kicker. So we will punt it over again on the offsetting penalties.
You know, Sly, I want to look for an offensive lineman for Benedict. Number 76, Rakevis Barnes. He's a graduate student, 6'2", 290, from Lancaster, South Carolina. Now, I'll tell you what, he's a graduate student, graduate transfer. This young man graduated from Allen University, played at Allen University, and transferred right across the street, and now he's playing for Benedict.
And, you know, that's one of the benefits that Benedict – oh, wow, they're going for it. 4th and 3. They were trying to quick kick it. But Coach Chennisberry saw something he didn't like, and he called the timeout, and I think he saved Benedict a lot because David Wright – was going to quick kick that one, and it was no one back deep.
Excellent attempt by Coach Keaton, or his special teams coordinator or coach. I don't know if Coach Berry caught that or Coach Odafa, but either way, great move by those Benedict coaching staff.
I tell you, because no one was back deep. If he would have quick kicked that ball, especially if it got a good roll.
I'll tell you what, he's been successful with that right now. Benedict might be wiping those stripes off those helmets. And you mentioned those stripes earlier. My good friend Curtis Wilson. Curtis Wilson supported getting those, sponsoring those helmets for Benedict today. By the way, Curtis is a graduate of Benedict.
Yes.
I got to give him some more shout-out. He just got accepted or entered the Benedict College Athletic Hall of Fame.
Okay.
And he graduated summa cum laude with a 4.0 GPA.
I tell you what. I'm, being from Columbia, everybody, it was a meme going around a while ago, talking about the hardest working man in the world, Curtis Wilson. Curtis Wilson. As a child, I grew up with him being on the Big DM early in the morning. He's on the radio in the morning. He's on television, radio. He MCs every event that goes on in Columbia. Any event that goes on in Columbia, Curtis Wilson is the MC. He's also the spokesperson for the sheriff department.
Yes, man. And then he's at the University of South Carolina supporting the women's basketball team. And before then, he was the voice of Benedict basketball and football, but he passed on the voice of the basketball to one of his proteges. And after teaching and working with that guy, Curtis Wilson kind of got him up to snuff to barely fill in his place. But I thank Curtis for that and that opportunity. Because of Curtis, I'm the voice of Benedict basketball.
I'm telling you, man. Curtis Wilson is like, it was the 7 degrees of Kevin Bacon. How everybody's attached to Kevin Bacon, but it's the 7 degrees of Curtis Wilson. Everybody is attached to Curtis Wilson in Columbia, South Carolina, man. Well, just a great guy. And as a matter of fact, he's also the host of the Chennisberry Coaching Show.
That's right. And, man, they're doing a phenomenal job with Curtis as the host of that show along with Coach Berry. You know what I found out from fellow friends around Columbia, man, they look forward to Wednesday evenings, pulling up the Coach Chennisberry Show.
I tell you, just very excited, man. Like I say, it's just, you spend a couple of minutes just listening to Coach Berry. He makes you feel like you can go out and do something special. I can be somebody. All right, here we go. They'll throw it out to the flat. Has some blockers in front of him. Will he have enough for the first down? I think he does. Wait a minute. Is that number 10? Is that high?
That's number 30, Durant.
Okay, that's 30.
Coming out of the backfield from Monk's Corner, South Carolina. And, oh, my gosh, you do not want him in the open field.
On that reception, okay, that is high. He came
That's
in.
Caden High?
That's Caden High. That's number 10 on that reception. It's either 10 because 18's blocking, so that has to. Yep, that is number 10. That's Caden High.
You know where Caden High's from?
Yep.
Another Metro Atlanta kid in
Grayson High School.
Wow. We weren't expecting to see Caden High today, and to see him back on the field now, wow.
Because, it's interesting because I was on the field doing warm-ups, and I didn't see him on the field doing warm-ups. I really thought he wasn't playing.
I had a chance to speak with his dad today, and his dad explained, hey, you're probably not going to see Caden play today. But, hey, I still want to get here and support him on the sideline as well as his Benedict teammates.
Shout out to his dad. I found out who his dad was last week on the broadcast. Sam High, I think that's his name. As a matter of fact, his mom tweeted during the game. We're going to we give shout outs here on the Black College Sports Network. We usually wait till the third quarter, but you can do it now. Tweet me at Sly the Sports Guy. Sly the Sports Guy. Tweet me. We give shout outs on the air. We give you a shout out if you tweet me.
Well, with what Caden's doing, the High family deserve it.
There you go. All right, here we go. Shotgun formation. 1st and 10, ball on the 48-yard line. Dennis, he'll hand it off to Duhart. Duhart has some room to run. Duhart making a man miss. Duhart has the first down and some more. And he spins and he's still on his feet. Duhart, got a flag in late. Take a look at this replay. Look at Duhart running through tackles, stiff-arming a man, still spinning and going. I think that might be a late hit. I think they may have – face mask? Yeah, man.
Let me tell you, Sly. Duhart ran over players, through players, ran through a face mask where his head was snatched around, and he kept right on moving, but they're backing up. That's against Benedict.
They called holding on Benedict, and they'll move it backwards. But my goodness. So now they're playing the hokey pokey with the chain crew over there. There's 1 foot in, 1 foot out with the chain crew trying to figure out where exactly they're going to set up. So because of the holding, it's still first down, but now it'll be first down and 2. 1st and 2 instead of getting the first down on the catch. They'll throw the quick pass to the outside. Makes a man miss. No room into the end zone. 10-5, touchdown. Jalen Jones with the 38-yard touchdown reception. Look at Jalen. Once he spun out of that, he could walk on into the end zone. Touchdown, Jalen Jones.
Great everything by Jalen on that reception. Again, man, he prepped locally. Well, not too far from here, Charlotte, North Carolina. His family can come right on down the road and see him play here in Columbia.
Here we go. Extra point attempt. Snap, hold, place, kick. It is good. The score, 28-7. Benedict on top of Allen here on the Black College Sports Network.
Getting clean? Get Charmin Ultra Strong.
Go get 'em.
It just cleans better. With a diamond weave texture, your family can use less while still getting clean.
Goodbye, itchy squirm.
Hello, clean bottom.
We all go. Why not enjoy the go with Charmin?
At Hampton Law, our primary goal is to provide non-traditional yet effective solutions and redefine the approach to client legal concerns. As your trusted legal advisor, we believe in sophisticated, personalized services that eliminate the confusion and complexity sometimes associated with legal matters. Our high standard for client care and concern, coupled with our extensive legal knowledge and skills,
Welcome back. 3 minutes, just a little bit over 3 minutes to go in the first half. The score, 28-7. Anthony, what can you say about this explosive Benedict offense?
Tell you what, that's Aeneas Dennis to number 18, Jalen Jones, man. Pass right on place, right on time. Jalen Jones juked. It was gone to the house.
And here's the thing. When you play man-to-man defense, if you make one man miss, bad things can happen. All right, here's the return. And tripped up. Tripped up and brought down. I'm not sure if the Benedict player tripped him up or the turf monster.
I think the turf monster arose and made that tackle. Don't give it to a player for the touch.
Let's see what happens on this return. Right here. Oh, yeah, that turf monster.
The turf monster led to the tackle, and the Benedict player made the hit because he didn't just touch him on the head.
Oh, my goodness.
We have a nice crowd out here. Surprisingly, they're still filling up from Benedict.
There's people still coming in the stadium, man. Great crowd. And here's the thing. 2 local schools, rivalry schools, so you knew it was going to be a good turnout. Oh, I think that may have been what we like to call a business decision on that reception.
Yes. Sometimes you have to think a little bit before catching and running. I think lights would have been out had he held on to that ball.
I'm telling you, because he threw it in there, threw it in there hard. But that DB was coming down even harder.
It's a beautiful day for some football, man. We're
is.
here in Columbia, down in Orangeburg, South Carolina State's playing Howard. Up in Greensboro, North Carolina, A&T is in their homecoming, as well as in Durham, Central is in their homecoming. So 3 big homecomings. There's another sack.
And is that Danilis? Let's see who pulled down that sack right there. Coming in. Look at the pressure from the Benedict defense. Oh, that's our guy, the freshman Baker.
Barker on that.
Barker, oh my goodness. The kid is just so strong.
Yes, and I'll tell you what, man, if I'm the president or the AD of Clark Atlanta or Morehouse College, right now I want to know why in the world is this young man at Benedict?
It is nowhere in the world he should have got away from those Atlanta schools. Here we go.
Remember 2 new coaches.
Brings up a very good point. 2 new coaches who got hired on late to the process.
Right.
And that may be how he got away, because I'm telling you, Coach Berry stole one. He stole a jewel.
Well, I'll tell you what, there's a new coach at Albany as well. Mm-hmm. So I'll give Albany, Clark Atlanta, and Morehouse a break. But there's Savannah State and Fort Valley.
Savannah State and Fort
Georgia
Valley.
guys, you got to get these kids and keep them at home. But here at Benedict, the Benedict folk are happy.
They are very happy with this kid coming to Benedict. Oh, my goodness. He is a force. The young man is a force.
And, he's backing up Hannibal. Hannibal's been kind of banged up. They've been keeping him out.
Wide open up the middle, up the field. And that's an awkward looking slide, but he did slide. Take a look at that man-to-man defense. No one's there, and Wright just takes off up the middle of the field. We're going to have to get him with the baseball coach.
Well, he's definitely not a part of the track team.
Here's the pass across the middle. There's a flag on the play. I think that may be a lineman down the field.
David Wright on that last carry reminded me of Peyton Manning, just a lot shorter when he's running.
He had that little hitch in his giddy-up.
Not a whole lot of speed, wide open, get where you need to get and get down, get out. But we have a Benedict player down right now. Not sure who it is yet.
Yeah, anytime you're in that area with those defensive linemen all in that tight area, a lot goes, that's Danellis that's down. That is Danellis.
Well, you definitely don't want your All-American having to be assisted off the field.
But look at him. He's a stud. He's going to walk off on his own power. Coach Berry out there having a talk with him as he walks off the field.
Yeah. Coach Berry definitely does not want his top-of-the-line vehicle putting with some low oil in it, man. You want to make sure when you got a player like Lubert Danellis, man, you want to make sure he's 100%. And his 100%, well, his 75% might be better than a lot of players' 100%.
I just got a tweet in from Stacy Nelson, little sister of one of my classmates, and she said, Sly, I am ashamed of you. The Columbia High School Band of Gold is the high school band that's in attendance today. My alma mater's down there. The band's down there. I did not know. She is ashamed of me.
But,
flea flicker.
Trickery.
Going over the top. Oh, off the fingertips, just a bit too long. Trying to get it out there to Bobby Moore, and it was just a bit too long.
And you see who was running with him? Just look at that DB who's doing his job to the max. He did everything he needed to do. We can't talk about Hayward enough.
I'm telling you, man, the coverage that Hayward has, whoever he's lined up against, I'm telling you, he's all over him. He was playing man-to-man against one kid. He went to the restroom, and Hayward handed him the toilet tissue. That's how tight Hayward is on these guys, man.
I think Hayward slept beside him in the adjacent bed last night.
I'm telling you. There's a quick pass to the outside, didn't go to anyone, and it'll be incomplete, and that'll bring up third and about 5.
Is still the score might not indicate it yet, but both of these teams are looking good in terms of what they're doing today. Kind of somewhat of a lopsided score, but that's Allen University, man. And being down 3 touchdowns don't mean a whole lot.
Pass across the middle. He'll break a tackle, juke another guy, and get out to the other side of the 50. Guy moving is Amani Harris. And and what you're saying about Allen is just so true. These guys, they can just put points on the board in a hurry. You know, it doesn't seem like it, but every now and then it just will explode and move the ball downfield. That's just that explosive offense. Here we go. Here's some pressure. They'll throw, and it'll go out of bounds.
You know, Amani Harris is not only fast, he's quick. He's shifty, man, and it's. You know, when you have a young man like that in your program, and he's only a redshirt sophomore, but guess where he's from? Tampa, Florida. And it's something in the water.
It is
out there in Tampa, in Florida, period.
I tell you, you're right. It is something in the water, man. These Florida kids, man. And you mentioned something. You said he's fast. Not only is he fast, he's quick. And it's a difference between the two. A lot of people don't know and don't understand that. It is definitely a difference.
Yes.
Fast in a straight line is good, but sometimes you got to be quick side to side also.
Oh, yes.
All right, here you go. Here's the pressure. Looking, still throws. He heaves it downfield. He has a man. Caught and brought down at the 5-yard line. Uh-oh. A little bit of after the play pushing over there, talking to each other, you know. Let's take a look at the replay. Look at Wright extending the play and heaving it downfield. And the big catch and pickup from DeAndre Ruffin.
And, you know, when you look at that pass thrown by Wright, it wasn't the most sexy, beautiful-looking pass. But, man, was it effective. Just what they needed. Under a minute to go in the first half. Allen would love to have some points on the board, anywhere from 7 to 3 points. We're going to see what Benedict's defense is going to say about that.
All right, check this out. We got our tweet. I tell you, we love to tweet. We love to shout out. If you tweet me at Slider Sports Guy. Kobe Lewinsky said, Slider Sports Guy, shout out to the Benedict College Band of Distinction. Will the halftime show be streamed? Yes, sirree, Bob. Yes, sirree. The halftime show will be streamed, of course. Of course it'll be streamed, and I'm going to tell you something else, a reason why the halftime show will be streamed. 2 of my former neighbors in Atlanta, Jamila Hughes and Nicole Hughes. Jamila's still there. Nicole graduated. Jamila, she plays the French horn for the Band of Distinction. So we're definitely going to stream the halftime show. And even for you Allen fans, the Allen Band, they'll get some love too at halftime also. There's a pass to the outside. Lowe tried to make a man miss, but he won't go very far. He might pick up one, maybe 1.5 on that pass.
Tell you, these bands, both of them, man, they're looking good. They've come a long way. Benedict's band this past year were in the Macy's Day Parade. Allen's band, they're called the Band of Gold. Benedict is the Band of Distinction, the BOD.
All right, here we go. Here's the pass. Oh, what a great – oh, they're going to throw a flag. He had his hand in his back. We're going to take a look at that one, and he was not happy with that one. Diego Addison, let's see. Toward the center of your screen, and, yeah, he might have had his hand in his back on that one. Here's something for you young defenders out there. You young defenders – if you have a hand on that guy's back, it is an easy call for the official to make.
It's right in front of the officials.
Half the distance to the goal. 1st and 10, 14 seconds to go in the half. 14 seconds to go. Both teams have 3 timeouts left. Right, has it in the shotgun. He'll try to hand it off. Doesn't go anywhere, and there's your timeout. Coach Keaton tried to sneak a run in there, but that's not going to happen with that Benedict defensive front.
I would say, Sly, and I hate to be backseat quarterbacking, ill-advised to try that against that Benedict defense.
I'm telling you, I might have tried 3 passes in a row against that front 7 from the Benedict defensive front.
Allen has a real good offense. Their strong suit is the ball in the air. One gentleman, an Allen graduate, a buddy of mine, Jay Edwards out of Charleston, he said, man, we're double A. I said, what's double A? Air Allen. Allen's band, they're the Band of Gold, and it's led by a Benedict alum, Javon Milford, who was a drummer here at Benedict. He went across the street and was able to do some good things with that band over there. Black College Sports Network, they showed the band on the Black College Sports Network. And to our viewing fans out there, the bands are a big part of what's happening on these game day Saturdays. So we're going to make sure you get an opportunity to see both bands in action.
I tell you, man, great to see all these youngsters out here. Okay, here we go. Back to live action, 2nd and goal, ball on the 5. There's your rollout. He's looking, throw a ball tipped. Get knocked around, batted around, and it'll fall down incomplete.
Well, there's 1 second left before the half, and a lot of things can still happen, Sly. We're going to see that ball go in the air again, I would imagine.
It looks like a new unit is coming on. I think they're going to try to kick the field goal. Let's see if Bojang comes on the field, your special teams player of the week. Let's see. No, are they? Yep, they're bringing
going for it.
No, they're going to kick.
That's a wise decision. You want to end this half after being down 3 touchdowns with some points on the board.
Oh, what is this? Wait a minute. This is different. Rolling out, scrambling, throws. Okay.
That tells me something, Sly. Allen don't have a kicker they have confidence in.
Here's the thing. I'm interested. Look at this replay trying to get to the outside. Quick fact about Allen's kicking program. I know you noticed recently Allen just built that practice field in front of their dorm. They have that artificial turf practice field right there on Taylor Street, the 65-yard practice field that has the field goal post on it right there on Taylor Street. For the past 4 years, Allen did not have a official practice field. They actually practice on a field at an elementary school with no markings and no field goal posts. So for the past 4 years, they never attempted a field goal.
Wow.
This was the first year that they actually ever attempted a field goal.
And listening audience out there, that practice field is in front of a dorm. Mm-hmm. It was once a dorm parking lot. So I give it up to Allen for being innovative.
Yep. Using whatever space they had.
Yes, we're going to make it happen. Teddy Keaton,
Teddy Keaton, he built that, and they have they have that nice turf out there, and it's I think it's a 70-yard practice field. They have the field goal posts and everything, and they can actually kick. But yeah, this is the first year having a actual field goal post to practice, because at first they only practiced extra points before they got to the game.
Wow, I tell you, man, Teddy Keaton will get a lot of votes for Coach of the Year in the SIAC.
Definitely. Well, here we have it. We're at halftime. We're at the half. The score, 28-7. 28-7. Benedict on top of Allen.
Before we go into half, one reminder. It's senior day here at Benedict as well. And we're going to recognize our senior football players as well as our senior cheerleaders.
All right, you'll have it. We'll see you back here on the Black College Sports Network.
I'm going to get.
Okay, we got to switch this off so we can see the video.
Change his battery out. I gotta change the number.
Oh, okay.
I'm just waiting on him to switch this stuff upstairs.
I got it. He doesn't have the yeah, I guess it's no battery, so that's why he has that. Okay. See, look, you on top of it.
How you doing?
I'm good.
Tell you what, Slide, it was a good half, man.
It was. Let me see. Does he have the other camera up?
He was just moving this one around. That was just moving.
No, just hit number 2. In the middle. Down. Oh, that one. Okay.
Oh, that one.
Good, yeah. Because I was going to use...
Test.
Jerron Kilpatrick, defensive back, Auburndale, Florida. Tom Piccirillo, kicker, Findlay, Ohio. Mitch Romig, offensive lineman, Jacksonville, Florida. Tyreek Rufus, offensive lineman, Dalzell, South Carolina.
You know, they got maybe 100, maybe 200. I don't know. Best case scenario, they got 200 But I really thought Allen was going
Zach Spain, offensive lineman, Columbia, South Carolina.
I told you what Craig told me, right?
Nigel Somerville, quarterback, Charlotte, North Carolina. Miles White, defensive back, Charleston, South Carolina. Chris Williams, wide receiver, Gainesville, Florida. Tabron Willis, defensive back, Bartow, Florida. Band, please make some noise for all of our senior football players. We will now recognize our senior cheerleaders. And congratulations again, Lubert Danellis. Our senior cheerleaders. First, Janelle Burgess. Next, Alicia Davis. And lastly, Dedriana Wilson. Bands, make some noise for our senior cheerleader.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of Dr. Ernest McNeely, President of Allen University, the institution that ranks #1 among AME schools in the nation and best in the state of South Carolina for first-generation students, we proudly present, under the direction of Mr. Jovan Milford, the 2023 edition of the Band of Gold. The BOG is also a 2024 recipient of the National Memorial Day Parade in Washington, D.C. Our drum major is Jarvis Jackson from Winsboro, South Carolina. As we enter the field, please enjoy our performance of Varian Fanfare. The band march to Charles Barkley's 2020. Feast your eyes on the 50-yard line as the sophisticated ladies of the Golden Jackettes dance to Michael Jackson's classic 1983 hit song, QIT. coming to center field, our flag corps, the Golden Silk. Watch as they twirl and move to SZA's I Hate You. Assistants are Dr. Caleb Carpenter and Mr. Brendan Johnson. The Golden Jackets coach is Miss Ashley Johnson, and the Golden Silk flag coach is Miss Toya McDougall. DOG out.
A great poet once said, imitation is the best form of flattery. So Allen University, we thank you for trying to imitate the BCBOD, but there is only one. We invite you to watch their film on the BCBOD until you get it right, because your band has got to be. Oh, we almost got it. Because it's quicker than that. Please. Comes from Atlanta, Georgia. Elijah the Dark Horse Staley. From Atlanta, Georgia. George First Class Brown. And from St. George, South Carolina, Michelle the Legacy Stevens. The band known for its crystal clear musicality, one of the best bands in the land. Your favorite marching band, Marching Band. The band known for its ultimate halftime performance. Allow us to give you the season in review, aka the Mega Mix. You already know who we are, but just in case, it's the Benedict College Marching Tiger Band of Distinction. Trust and believe, no need for song titles, we can just play. sure you heard of the Mute Challenge. But when you see it, we need you to join in with the band for the Mute Challenge. As we continue with this ultimate halftime experience, once again, give it up for the Benedict College Marching Tiger Band of Distinction. Center field, beautiful, confident, sassy. It's the oh so sweet ladies of Sweet Sensation as they perform to P.Y.T. by Michael Jackson. Alan, allow us to show you how it's done. Give it to him, ladies. Crystal clear musicality and surround sound. Get it. Once again, sweet sensation. And now allow us to announce our seniors. Rajane Brown from Florence, South Carolina. Devontae Singletary from King Street, South Carolina. Antion Gilmore from Augusta, Georgia. Kia Davis from Cincinnati, Ohio. Jairi Likes from Columbia, South Carolina. Tyler Jackson, Austell, Georgia. Javon Washington, Hopewell, Virginia. Matthew Scruggs, Savannah, Georgia. Miracle Mills, Easley, South Carolina. Kayla Benton, Emporia, Virginia. Holly Pinson from Blythewood, South Carolina. Shamari Williams from Hopkins, South Carolina. Urel Stevenson, Darlington, South Carolina. Michelle Stevens, St. George, South Carolina. Elijah Staley, Savannah, Georgia. And Jakeem Bostic, Orangeburg, South Carolina. Claude Cumby, Andrews, South Carolina. Leonard Simmons, Winsboro, South Carolina. Frederick Williams, Beaufort, South Carolina. And now, continuing with this mega mix show, the ultimate halftime experience way, we continue with our musicality in surround sound. The band that put the BC and HBCU, the Benedict College family and friends, like always we do at this time, let's get in to nothing but the hits. Once again, bring me the song titled Name That Tune. Let's go. The Benedict College Marching Tiger Band of Distinction is under the direction of Professor H.A. Johnson, Assistant Band Director Ronald T. Green, Percussion Coordinator Mr. Tariq Foster, Auxiliary Coordinator Sheree Nelson, Drum Major Coordinator Gregory Gibbs, and the entire support staff. Now, allow us We'll show you how you do this thing the right way. BCBOD. Let's go. Bring it back. Let's go. Now you know we gotta end this regular season performance with something for you to talk about for years to come. BCBOD, let them know. This is how you do a sideline showdown. Give it up for the Benedict College, a marching tiger band of distinction. This is what we call a ultimate halftime experience.
Law, a resource focused on the protection of the client's interest and overall goals. We value our clients and truly enjoy working with them. Visit thamptonlaw.com to conveniently schedule an appointment online. Tamika Hampton Esquire, 1631 Rock Springs Road, Suite 336, Apopka, Florida, 407-494-1471. thamptonlaw.com.
Nope. Nope.
Come on, him?
Ooh, I like him.
Quick, the quicker picker-upper. Bounty picks up messes quicker, and each sheet is 2 times more absorbent so you can use less.
He's an 8.
He's a 9.
Bounty, the quicker picker-upper.
From novice.
Welcome back. Welcome back. We are live. Starting the second half. Getting things going with the opening kickoff. Score 28-14. 28-14. I hope you have enjoyed the halftime show. I hope you've enjoyed the halftime show. And right now, let's get back to the main attraction. The main attraction, that is the battle. The battle for Taylor Street. Score. I'm sorry, excuse me. Had something in my throat. Score 28-7. Hey, here on the Black College Sports Network, we love to give shout-outs. We love to shout out everybody. All right, had a young man go down, but he'll gingerly walk off the field. That was number 71, Shaman Price. He'll walk off the field under his own power. But we love giving shout-outs. We have to, who else reached out to me? Shout out to number 4, Dathan Peterson. His mom, Lisa Moriartis out of Michigan. Watching all the way from Michigan. Thank you, Lisa, for checking in. There's the pressure. Ooh, and Allen came through with the sack on the outside. Big blitz from the outside. Travion Edmond out of Columbus, Georgia, coming in, making the sack. Travion. We see Denise Geese. She's watching. We appreciate you checking us out. She's the mom of one of the players. Not quite sure which player. Hey, we give shout-outs here on the Black College Network. Tweet me at Sly, the sports guy. Tweet me. Let me know. I need to find out who's watching from the farthest away. I need to know how far out you're watching. Feeling the pressure, throwing to the outside. There's flags on the play. Has enough. Well, no, doesn't have enough for the first down. He's about 7 yards short on the first down, but they are flags in the backfield. That's usually in that holding area. That is that holding area. So let's see what penalties will be thrown. And once again, we love giving shout-outs here on the Black College Sports Network. So shout us out. Let us know. Oh, wow. They're going to call holding on the offense. They called that one on Mitchell Romig, the graduate transfer out of Jacksonville, Florida. He'll pick that one up, and it'll be half the distance to the goal. And, oh, my goodness. It is second, and I'm going to need to take out my calculator. It's that far. Long distance to go. Second and about 27. Long distance to go. Here we have Dennis feeling the pressure, getting outside of the pocket. Trying now, he'll just fall down, and he's sacked right around the 4-yard line. Not sure what Coach Keaton said at halftime, but it should be effective. It should be effective. Whatever Coach Keaton says, he lit a fire up under that defense, and now that's going to bring up fourth. I don't know. That's 4th and 35. Anthony, man, I'm a history major. I'm not a math major. I don't know how far that is.
I'll tell you what, Sly. I would imagine Coach Keaton said something simple. Guys, this is Benedict we playing. This is Benedict week, man. Let's give it all we have.
All right, here we go. There's the snap. They're getting. Oh, it's blocked. Blocked out of the back of the end zone. Who got that? I think it was 33. I think that was DeLeo Wilkins. I think it was Wilkins. Let's take a look at the replay. Coming in, and he got it. Oh, my goodness. The block kick for the safety.
I'll tell you what, man. Coach Keaton said to those guys at halftime, guys, we're playing Benedict, and look what's happening.
My goodness, look at it. Just like that, Benedict scores 2 points, and they'll get the ball back on the free kick.
Now that's Allen now. We got to give Allen those points. They got those 2 points. Great everything on this series, man. Great everything. Give it up to Allen, man. This is how you want to come out of halftime. You want to take that upper hand from Benedict. Mm-hmm. Well, they received to begin the half. You want to take it from them and get some points. Give it up to Allen for that.
I always tell people the 2 most important drives of the game. It is your first drive of the game and that drive right out of halftime. Those are the 2 most important possessions of the game. And it looks like Allen trying to make a statement. And if you look back to the first half, Benedict made a statement on that first drive because they forced Allen into a turnover.
That's absolutely right.
All right. It'll be received right around the 22-yard line. Still trying to find some room, tiptoeing around, and he's brought down right around the 32-yard line, or down the 32-yard line.
I think Coach Berry I would imagine just told his team, look, we're playing Allen, man. You offense, defense, let's wake up. Defense, let's get it back for the offense. But we'll see, because Allen has a very, very explosive offensive as well.
All right. Dazelle K. Pridgett, she said, shout out DeAndre Pridgett. Guessing that's family somewhere. DeAndre out of Columbus, Georgia.
That might be
playing
a mother.
For Allen.
That might be a mother. It might be a sister. It might be an aunt. Maybe even a grandmother.
Oh, nope. It's a guy. I just looked at him.
Oh.
He's a linebacker, too, out of Russell County High School. All right, here's some flags flying from behind. Dazelle. It's one of those tough names, but
sometimes they almost sound unisex. You can go both ways with them.
Hey, according to his Twitter profile, he's 6 foot 235. I don't want to make that mistake. That's a big fella.
That's a big one.
That's a big fella.
That's probably a big brother.
Yeah. I apologize, young man. But we'll definitely shout you out. His brother Allen, DeAndre Pridgett, plays for Allen University. Got a flag on the plate, personal foul. They're going to call personal foul chop block. Now, let me tell you something about the chop block. The reason that is a foul, anytime a blocker is engaged anytime a defensive player is engaged with somebody, another player cannot come and hit them below the waist. That's called the chop block. And that is the big penalty. That's the 15-yard penalty because you can get seriously hurt on that one.
Yes. And sometimes when you think about the penalty, you want to make sure in this regard that it matches the offense, man. You want to back them up because we definitely can't have that.
Not at all. 1st and 25. Shotgun formation, 2 receivers both sides. Right, looking downfield, feeling the pressure, escape, throws it to the outside. Has a receiver looking, and he'll get out of bounds after a pickup of about 16. That was DeAndre Ruffin on the reception.
Ruffin, is that one of those names we called earlier? Says he's going to be a big play difference maker. David Wright, man, it's like he's been greased in oil, man. He's one hard person to bring down. Even when they're there with him. And he's elusive enough to get out and make things happen when he get that opportunity.
Say before each drive, they go and spray him down with a can of Pam. All right, here we go. Here's the snap. Ruffin escapes out of pressure, and he throws this one away wisely. Big Jaden Broughton. Broughton had him in his wrist. That's the second time Broughton has had Wright wrapped up, and he still managed to throw it away.
Yes, Sly Broughton possibly being your cousin.
I think I have to find out if this guy is related to me. Somebody from the Broughton family, let me know if he is related to any Broughtons in Ruffin, South Carolina. That's where, Ruffin and Moncks Corner, not that far away. Colleton County, not that far away from Moncks Corner. Hey, if he makes a couple of more sacks, I'm going to call him a cousin. He'll become honorary family.
Make sure you claim it.
There you go. Here we go. Right, escapes pressure. Right, hit from the side, and he throws it away. Interception. Tip drill, interception, brought down and taken away. Tabron Willis.
There's a flag on that play.
There is a flag.
But, when we were in high school and when you played in college, that tip drill was something we practiced.
You practice every day.
And you practice. And look at what we have here.
There you go. Penalty is declined. It will be an interception and a turnover. Tip drill, and Nelly is nowhere around. This is the football tip drill.
Tell you, man, that you said it earlier, man. You don't know what you're going to get from that right. You're going to get touchdowns. You're going to get interceptions. Both coaches would love to have both that benefit them.
All right, here we go. They'll hand it off. Running straight up the middle is Scotland. Scotland picked up and thrown down a little rudely.
Oh, yeah, that's and who made the tackle? Number 6. Sherrod Simon. He made that tackle on number 6, Scotland.
A little bit of 6-on-6 violence.
But that was a great gain. Way to take off for first down with Scotland.
All right, here we go. 2nd and about 5. Dennis playing a good game so far. Looking, throwing across the middle, has a receiver. He'll have enough for the first down, plus probably about 4 more. Dennis in that first half, Dennis was 11 out of 16, 172 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception. And I will admit that 1 interception, that was a bad interception.
Oh, that was a bad one. On the reception was Stephen Campbell, wideout out of Fountain Inn. We called his name earlier. He transferred from Georgia Military College.
All right, here we go. Looking. Dennis throws off his back foot, has a man wide open on the sideline. He found a hole in the zone, and this is why Dennis is one of the better quarterbacks in this conference. Dennis is just so patient. As you saw in that replay, he just skid it back, and found a man wide open in the zone.
I'll tell you what, that was excellent playmaking by Dennis. And then you think about it, he went back to Campbell.
Mm-hmm.
He went back to that tall 6'4" receiver. And Campbell went up and got the ball.
Yes, sir.
He met it pretty high up there and brought it down. And then got some yak on that 2 yards after the catch. Brings up another Benedict first down.
That's a way you can make your quarterback a fan of you.
That's right.
Get that yak. Here we go. Throwing the slant, throws it behind this receiver. Incomplete pass.
That pass was intended for, your guy, Caden Hyde.
I tell you what, I like that kid, Caden Hyde, man. I tell you, out of Grayson High School, man, he's just a tough kid. Receiver, goes across the middle. I don't know, what do they have Hyde listed at? They got him listed at 5'10", 160. I think that may be one of those football heights.
I believe in the same thing.
Maybe one of those football heights. But I tell you what, if you throw it close to him, he usually pulls it in. They'll throw to the outside to Scotland. Scotland makes a man miss, runs through an arm tackle, and he'll get to right around the 11-yard line.
Scotland, he's kind of looking, he's running off the field looking as if he's limping. It's kind of, it hadn't been that year for Scotland, based on, how he's been performing with limitations due to being banged up here and there with injuries.
Mm-hmm.
And it looked like he's going to the tent now.
Almost interception. And that young man showed why he plays DB and not wide receiver.
Well, Sly, that's when the DB's supposed to catch. It hit him right on the numbers, the right place. Well, some said the wrong place because it hit him right on his numbers. In fact, man, he make that catch. There's a lot of yardage he eats up going back the other way.
I'm telling you, nothing but open green spaces in front of him. The only thing in front of him was the field house in the end zone. Right. All right, here we go. 29-yard field goal attempt. Holders on the 19-yard line. Snap, hold, place, kick.
Picarillo with another one.
Knocks it on in. 29-yard field goal for Mr. Picarillo.
Picarillo's been having an outstanding year for Benedict.
Outstanding. And here you have it. Scored 31-9. 31-9. Benedict on top of Allen here at the battle for Taylor Street. Or, I don't know. I like the battle for Taylor Street. I want to think of another name.
Man, we can call it the Hardin Street Battle.
Hardin Street Battle.
The Battle of Hardin Street. Yeah. The Columbia HBCU battle.
Now we had a user write in. I'm gonna give you your credit if I can find you in my tweets. I'm gonna give you my credit. Coach Thomas said this game should be the Palmetto City Classic.
I wonder if that's Coach Wooly Thomas. He's the basketball coach at White Knoll High School. Hall of Fame coach here in South Carolina. I wonder if that's Coach Thomas. I know him well, and I think he'll let me know if that's him or not.
That is not sure, but he is out of Polk City, Florida.
Oh, not the Coach Thomas who's an alum here at Benedict.
Oh, wait a minute. Well, he's definitely a Benedict alum, but he's out of Florida. Planning commissioner of Polk City.
Oh, the gentleman's doing quite a bit there.
Doing quite well for himself.
Man, that's a great tackle. That's a great open field tackle on that kickoff return.
Great tackle right there. Who is that? Dathan Peterson. Hey, wait a minute. We got to shout. Somebody told me to shout out Dathan Peterson. I think we shouted him out a little bit earlier. Yeah, that's it. Lisa Moriartis. She said shout out Dathan Peterson, and look at you.
Well, Dathan Peterson earned that shout out, man, the way he got down that field and made that nice, good open tackle.
I'll tell you.
He's out of Brevard County, Florida, Merritt Island High School.
I had a teammate play at Merritt Island High School, Jason. Ooh, hard hit.
By who? Who made that hit?
I think that's our man Peterson. That's one more time.
Peterson. Hey, whoever's shouting Peterson out, Peterson's now earning the shout out.
He is earning the shout outs. Peterson coming up there laying the lumber.
It looked like we have a Tiger that's down at this point.
Yeah, young man. Is that Hayward? That may be Hayward grabbing that calf muscle area. And it looks like, they're stretching it out. They're massaging. He has a calf. Now, he has a cramp. Now, let me tell you something. Anthony, I have never given birth to a child. But I have experienced a cramp or a Charlie horse. That may be the worst pain I've ever experienced in my life.
And you're going to feel that pain until it decides to go away.
Exactly. There's nothing you can do about it to stop it.
Yeah, but it seemed like Joshua Hayward is coming off the field on his own accord, which is always a good thing. You definitely don't want to see any college student, any player not be able to make it off the field on their own.
I'm telling you. Okay, Coach Thomas said he's alumni, class of 2017, played from 13 to 17. He was there in the tough years.
Yeah, it was tough years. He played under
the tough years.
At least Coach White. There's an offside penalty right there. Let's see who jumped. The first movement, we see fingers pointing, but the guys with the stripes, they're going to let us know.
Oh, Lisa Moriartis, she said, that's my baby, talking about Peterson.
Well, she needs to know her baby just woke up. He's making some noise out there now.
All right, 5-yard penalty. It'll still be second down.
That's
first down.
That's the All-American jump in Dinellis, and that brings up a first down.
Okay, that moved him on up to first down. He was a little bit too anxious.
Yeah, and I think even though he's an All-American, Coach Berry's going to have a talk with him about that, or something, or Coach Odafa.
Trying to hand it off. Now Bo Harrington has some room. Harrington will get to the outside. Harrington will pick up. Okay. Kai David Hartwell, he says, call it the Battle of the Metro Titans. Shout out from get this, Rochester, New York.
Whoa. It's cold up there. We have a beautiful day here in Columbia.
Now, that is amazing. He's all the way in Rochester, New York. But check out, he's an alumni from Benedict and C.A. Johnson High School. So he spent those first 22 years within a 2-block radius.
Everything he did was right here athletically in Columbia, South Carolina.
I'm telling you, then he went all the way to Rochester.
He's up in my native state. I didn't live that far up. I'm a New York City kid raised, but Rochester, I'd say it's cold up there.
It's cold up there. Whoa.
Brings up a third down for Benedict now. For Allen. We're going to see what Benedict's defense is going to do. It's third and short.
Third and about three. Right, looking to the sideline, looking for the play call. He'll have two receivers to the wide side of the field. He has his H-back to his to his right, and his running back to his left. They'll fake the handoff. Now Wright throws off his back foot, throws it into a crowd, and I tell you, that Diego Addison, he lowers the boom.
Yes. And I'll tell you, man, not on the field on that sequence was number 0, Jerron Kilpatrick. It looked like he's being tended to by the medical staff over there at Benedict.
Okay. Kilpatrick, Agent 0. One of my favorite plays. I saw that young man take that interception back on Thursday night.
That was a sight to see.
I tell you.
He told a gentleman who played at Benedict, he told a gentleman named Jeff Brown, I'm going to take one back to the house for you. And there it went.
Here's a high punt. It'll bounce and take an Allen roll. Takes another Allen roll. My goodness. Uh-oh. A little bit of discussion over there on the punt return team. Two young men having the discussion. You know, they're both local, so they're probably asking each other where they're going to go after the game. What's a good spot to eat? What's a good place to hang out after the game? That's all.
Well, that would be lovely if that was the case. My suggestion would be somebody saying, hey, look at the scoreboard. But I tell you, man, when you get special teamers like that, those kind of guys are not on the field much. And they want to show that, hey, I have it too. And things get chippy among them as well. But right now it's 1st and 10 for Benedict. Looks like it's starting at the 19-yard line.
Okay, here we go. Moving to the outside. That'll move the chains. I mean, not the chains. That'll move the yard marker about 3 yards. Giving a shout-out, Gretchen D. Barron. She's enjoying the game, and she said hopefully this game will be played at Allen University's new stadium next year. We're going to talk about that new stadium they're building out there on Cushman Road in Two-Notch.
I have to talk about Gretchen Barron.
Okay.
Gretchen D. Barron is a council member of Richland County County Council. This is her first term. She's doing some great things in here in Columbia, here in Richland County. And to my understanding, I think she played a big part in Allen University being able to purchase that land. And on top of that, she was the grand marshal for the Allen University homecoming parade.
Okay.
Definitely want to recognize Gretchen Barron and all of the members of the Richland County Council.
I have a talk to her. Some of my property taxes on my mom's house I'm renting out. I need some lower property tax. I'm gonna let's talk off air, Councilwoman Barron. Here we go. Here's the snap. 3rd down, 3rd and 7. Dennis throws across the middle and a diving catch. Selling out for it. Putting his body on the line, selling out for it for the 1st down reception. Torrey Morrison. Look at Torrey Morrison on this one. Dennis steps up, throws, and Morrison just extends and sells out. Here's the snap. Back to real-time action. Duhart running. Duhart maybe got back to the line of scrimmage.
That Torrey Morrison, man, that gentleman's from Miami, Florida, Garden City Community College. Played some at Tennessee State as well.
Mm-hmm.
But I tell you, man, that quickness, that speed, and that ability to be special skill players from Florida, like I said earlier, it's in the water.
It is. It is so much talent down there in that Florida area. There's the blitz coming. Dennis dancing out of the pressure. Dennis getting to the outside. Dennis with the pump fake and moving it around and picking up about 7. The quick and nifty feet from Anenis Dennis.
Tell you what, man, Dennis was supposed to lose yardage on that play. Kind of remind me of David Wright escaping in the pocket. We got Magician 1, Magician 2, and things are happening. But great yardage pickup by Dennis using his feet.
Here we go. Oh, whistle blow. They'll blow that one dead as a flag comes out.
And that's going to be against Benedict. So somebody's moving, and with a score of 31-9 with 4 minutes, 29 seconds left in the 3rd quarter.
All right, here we go. Two receivers both sides of the field, running back to the left of Dennis. Dennis clapping his hands real hard. Now he'll look back and get some signs from the sideline. Aggressive sign language over there from the coaches over there calling in those plays. Dennis finds this cutter across the middle of the field, and you find the big tight end, a huge target, Rashad McCain from Westwood High School.
Tell you, man, it's a beautiful thing when we could see Columbia area students playing here at Benedict, playing here in Columbia. And I would imagine, Alan, you will have some of that talent as well. Hey, let's keep them home.
That's it. And, you know, this is the thing. If you want to build a great program in a great school, you have to put a bubble over this metro area. There's just so much talent in the Columbia metro area. Richland, Lexington County, out there, Batesburg, that area. So much talent out there. You put a bubble over the metro area, you'll have you a great squad. And then go and pick up some superstars outside.
Oh, yeah, you got to hit that Georgia. You have to hit that Florida. But just now, man, Benedict went for about on 4th and 2, picked it up, got the first down, and moved the chains again. Moved the sticks, moved the chains, whatever, but it's a first down.
And right now,
Benedict.
That was just something with your offensive line, just your offensive line, clearing the path, making it easy for that first down pickup. That's when those big horses come into play. All right, here we go. 1st and 10. They'll fake the inside handoff, looking, throwing across the middle, almost intercepted. Ball hit the receiver, I think, in the worst place possible. It hit him in his hands.
I tell you what, it hit his hands. I think it hit his hands more than he made it hit his hands. That was great defense by number 38 for Allen Yu. I thought he was going to had a chance to pick that off. But that's great defense by that young man.
Here we go. Throwing across, hits the big man, and he slipped that turf monster. The turf monster jumping up, grabbing him, and pulling down the big man, Stephen Campbell.
And Stephen Campbell, again, out of Fountain Inn, South Carolina. He went to Hillcrest High School up there around Greenville. He and Aeneas Dennis are kind of cooking together here. In this third quarter, they're making some things happen. He's going back to him again and again.
Now, I forget the tight end's name, but when Aeneas was at Shorter, his tight end was one of his major targets, and the tight end transferred, and now he's the starting tight end at Florida State.
Wow.
So
Florida State?
Florida State. The Seminoles.
Wow.
So he understands how to use the tight end. We got a timeout. We'll keep it right here during our timeout. We'll keep it here. And like I say, man, we love giving shout-outs. We love giving shout-outs here on the Black College Sports Network. Be sure to tweet me. Tweet me at Sly the Sports Guy. Tweet me at Sly the Sports Guy. Coach Thomas calling, tweeting me again, letting me know number 2 from Allen, who is Bo Harrington. 0 from Benedict, Jerron Kilpatrick. 20 from Benedict, Tybron Willis. He coached them his first year. He coached them his first year out of college. No, he coached 0 his first. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Maybe I'll learn how to read one day. He said they're all from Polk County, Florida. That's all of those young men are from Polk County, Florida. And he coached Kilpatrick his first year out of college.
Well, Coach Thomas, we want to come back and continue to get some of those Florida guys up here out of Polk County. And Sly guy, I tell you what, man, you read quite well. You have a Richland 1 school district education, Columbia High School, and I know what you can do. Oh, that's some great defense by number 33 over there for Allen. DeHill Wilkins. Now, that's another local kid out of South Carolina, man, out of Bamberg.
Bamberg Earhart.
And they play some football at Bamberg Earhart. That young man was coached by Corey Crosby, who's played football here at Benedict.
Okay.
Played linebacker, started some back in the late 90s. Had a great career coaching as well. He has some state championships under his belt down there and throughout his coaching career in Bamberg. I'm always proud to see and talk with Coach Crosby.
All right, here we go. Here's your snap for the punt. It'll be kicked away, and a beautiful punt. Oh, my goodness, that was a beautiful kick. And he kicked it out of bounds right around the 3-yard line. It doesn't get much better than that.
You know, the only thing, the receiver caught the ball.
Yeah.
Just imagine if he gets away, maybe it don't go out of bounds.
You know,
I mean, maybe it goes in the end zone.
And that's what you want. Now, as a special teams coach, like you were saying, anytime the ball is kicked and you're trying to catch it inside the 5-yard line, that's a bad idea. If it's inside the 5-yard line, you just got to take your chances. You got to take your chances and hope it goes inside the end zone.
Yeah, he's down. The ball's down on the 2-yard line.
On the 2-yard line. And now look at this defensive front from Benedict. They are ready. Let's see what they do on this play.
But that's Allen offense, man, and these guys are resilient. They're tough.
Oh, that's a flag. That is a flag.
Yeah.
And I tell you, it's a blatant foul when every ref throws his flag.
Yes.
Hey, but here's the thing. They're going to call that flag on Tabron Willis. But this is what you tell DBs. If you're getting beat, go ahead and grab them. Go ahead and throw them down, because in college it's just a 15-yard penalty. In the NFL, if pass interference is at the spot of the foul. But in college, it's just 15 yards. So if you're getting beat, go ahead and tackle them. Throw them on the ground. Make it worth it.
Yeah, I tell you, man, you think about it, man, that kid don't make that bad play, who knows what happens.
Mm-hmm.
They said coming out now to the 17-yard line. And, first down. Still somewhat backs against the wall somewhat.
All right. Let's see. Oh, to be a Delta girl, Delta Diva number 8 said, Allen to thee, go AU. It is the Battle of Hardin Street, not the Battle of See, to me, it would seem like the battle for Taylor Street will be a little bit, because Taylor Street separates them.
Oh, yes. Yeah, so I got to kind of back up the Diva, the Delta Diva from AU. Looking at it the way exactly many of us have, Battle of Taylor Street. Those schools are both on Hardin Street.
They're both on Hardin Street. There you go. My mom's a Delta, so I got my mom. Now listen to this. Look at this, Anthony. My mom's a Delta. My little sister's a Delta. I have 2 aunts who are Deltas and 5 cousins who are Deltas. I know more about Delta Sigma Theta than any man should know. Here's the reverse, trying to get to the outside. That little jet pass, jet sweep doesn't go anywhere.
I'll tell you, you locked in Delta folklore.
and here's my problem. My ex-wife's a Zeta, so they said I made a mistake somewhere.
Yeah, I think in your family, about 7 people looked at you like you were crazy. And some might say they were right.
Yeah. Yep. Here we go. Shotgun. Right, looking, throws across the middle, throws it just a bit too low. Tried to hit his receiver, Jamal Jones, and Jamal Jones has been pretty quiet this game. Star receiver for Allen, been kind of quiet.
Yeah, when you can hold a receiver like Jones down and keep him quiet, it changes the whole complexion of the game.
Mm-hmm.
It changes the whole thing, because Allen ends up in 3rd and longs quite a bit, just like they are now. And he went after. He tried to find him, but couldn't bring it in.
All right, here we go. Empty backfield. 3 receivers to the wide side. Right, looking, feeling the pressure from Denales. Throws off his back foot. Interception! Interception going back the other way. And this time is Troy Frazier. Troy Frazier with the interception.
Troy Frazier, another South Carolina kid. He's from football mecca in this state. He's from Rock Hill, South Carolina, South Point High School. They play some different kind of football in Rock Hill.
It is a different kind of football up there in the upper state in Rock Hill.
I think if I was a college coach, give me the 60th player on a Rock Hill team and we'll bring him in.
I'm telling you.
But you don't want to give Benedict another opportunity like this.
Let's see if they go for the end zone on this one. I told you I'm an old school riverboat gambler. I go and bet it all. They'll send the man in motion. Now he's the up back. Now they'll roll. They'll throw it to the up back. He has it, looking for some room to run, trying to get there, and he'll get out of bounds just short of the first down. That's Torrey Morrison, the youngster out of Miami. There's something about those Miami guys.
It's a different kind of elusiveness, quickness, speed. You know, folklore have it. They used to chase rabbits in the field.
They do.
See if they can catch them. Foxes, all of these running animals that's supposed to be moving quick. The Florida kids would grow up chasing them. How true those stories are, I don't know. But those are things you often heard. That there. Oh. Yes. You know, now the Black College Sports Network, Roy Evans, who's in the building with us now, he's a Florida native, and he's been around some Florida football in his life. He said that's true.
He said it's very true.
You chase rabbits.
What happens at the end of the planting season? They burn the fields. They burn the fields to clear out the field. So when they burn the fields, the rabbits start running. And so if you catch those rabbits and you can sell the rabbit skins or whatever, you can sell them for money. So kids go out there and chase the rabbits.
Well, you know, I've heard chasing the rabbits. Never heard the real information, the background information to that.
Well, there you have it. There you have it, man. And those kids are fast out of the state of Miami. That's what they call it. They call it the state of Miami down there, that South Florida area right there, you know, where the U, they made it famous with all of those kids down there who played for those Miami Hurricane teams in the 80s and in the 90s.
And I tell you, as we look at the fans here at Benedict, some are moving on the way out, man. They're looking at, hey, this game might be over, but, man, Allen is a team that I would encourage nobody to walk out on.
No.
Because you never know what Allen U is going to bring at you.
Because here's the thing about Allen. They can put points on the board in a hurry.
They can put them on in a hurry. I mean, you think about it. Very few teams have done what Allen did against Kentucky State.
No.
To be down by 28 points in the fourth quarter and come back and win. You know, if you're a South Carolina, especially Columbia area person, those kind of games are what make you proud of AU. Whether you're a former alum or graduate or not, it makes you proud to hear that, wow, this happened in Columbia.
Exactly. Here we go. Second and about 3, ball on the 25-yard line. Sending the man in motion. They'll hand it off. Straight up the middle, running hard and brought down rudely was Israel Rhodes.
Yeah, that's Coach Berry often calls him Izzy Rhodes. Now, Izzy is about the third-team running back. Mm-hmm. And so the depth that Benedict have, he can bring in players galore, not really miss much of a beat.
You know, it's interesting you talk about the depth. We talked about that. Akin Durant, number 30, the return man, he's a freshman, and they wanted to redshirt him, but he was just so talented. But that backfield was just so deep. That Benedict backfield is so deep. But Coach Berry, we talked to him. He said, man, I just got to get him on the field. So we put him back there on kickoffs, and he takes a kickoff back to the house for a touchdown.
That was a pretty touchdown down in Savannah.
Mm-hmm.
See, Benedict's now at fourth down.
Yep, fourth down and very short. Fourth down and about a half a yard. They have the jumbo unit in. They'll hand it off straight up the middle. He'll push forward. Now, that will be close.
That's going to be close.
It depends on the spot. It depends on the spot.
You know, typically on the Division II level, we often see bad spots for teams that earned it. And but I really think Allen defense was resilient on that fourth play down.
It'll be a turnover on downs.
Yeah.
And here's the thing, what always makes me giggle. You said it was a bad spot. Just depends on which sideline you're standing on.
I'll tell you what, Sly guy, man, you absolutely right on that one. But that was a resilient, gutsy play by that Benedict defense because they didn't stop Izzy Rose, the young guy. They stopped DeAndre Duhart. And you won't see any more of Scotland tonight. He's now without pads. So I think he's calling it a day.
Still set up the inside screen. Has a lane up the middle. Oh, it's a foot race. He's running. It was a foot race, and he didn't have enough foot.
I'll tell you what. That's one he'll probably remember, Bo Harrington, because he was walked down, I think, by number 1, Giovanni Metador.
Metador, the other cornerback over there. Metador, I think he has 4 interceptions. I need to pull that up. Not quite sure. I think he has 4 on the year.
That was Florida against Florida.
There you go.
They'll talk about that in film study.
Right, scrambling, throws to the outside. Oh, Harrington did not hold on to that one. That one hit him in the worst place possible. It hit him in his hands.
And there was no reason. And I'm standing here in the booth just like you are. But coaches and everybody else is saying, you should have come up with that pass.
You got to catch that one. All right, here we go. 2nd and 10. Trying to run up the middle. He will go nowhere. That's Allen Riggins. He did not look like John on that carry.
I think Benedict's defensive lineman over there had a lot to do with that.
You know, we're in the booth. I thought we were going to have a surprise guest. I don't know if she's going to show up. We were hoping we could get Dr. Artis in here to talk to us. So I'm saying this live on the broadcast, so hopefully somebody will relay the message and we can get her up here. Here's the pressure thrown down hard by Joshua Barker.
Now, we talked about Joshua Barker, the true freshman, listed at 5'10", 250, Marietta, Georgia, man. That's a sack of a sack. And I'll tell you what, he just exploded within the last 3 or 4 games.
I'm telling you, man, and we spoke about this earlier. This young kid, he was the 5A Defensive Player of the Year in the state of Georgia, and he's also the powerlifting champ in the state of Georgia.
It looked the way he sacked David Wright just now. He had all of that strength. And David Wright was like a little gnat in the way he threw him around.
And that's where the term sack comes from a South Carolina State product, an HBCU product. Deacon Jones came up with sack. And the reason he came up with sack is he says, I throw the quarterbacks around like a sack of potatoes.
I'll tell you what, David Deacon Jones is not only a former South Carolina State player, sack master, coined the phrase sack. He's also one of the 4 Hall of Famers, NFL, who played at South Carolina State.
They are the history of HBCU football is amazing when you look at all of the great products and the great men that HBCUs have put out. And one thing about it, with these youngsters here at Benedict, you start to see some of these names, and I can see some of these players on the field. When we're talking about this 30 years from now, we'll sit down and we'll talk and we'll say, hey, I remember when that kid was a snot-nosed freshman over there at Benedict, and now look what this young man has done. And we talk about what they do on the field, but what they do off the field too. And that's another thing you're so that makes you so proud of Benedict and Coach Berry with his ABCDs. We'll talk about that after the punt.
Yeah.
There's a flag in there.
Yeah, you can kind of coin. That's possibly somewhat of a blocked punt.
I think he might have got a fingertip on that punt.
But I want to see what happens with this flag. Very interesting to know. And Coach Berry is very big on developing not only football players, but men of character and high principle.
Exactly.
I think.
All right, the penalty will be enforced on the end of the kick. Didn't quite catch what the penalty is, but it will be Benedict ball. We want to shout out to Kenny Lipkins. He said, shout out my little cousin Charlie Moorhead, number 50, on Benedict. Tell him his cousin Kenny and his mom and dad Chig and Roslyn are watching from Toledo, Ohio. Now, here's something he said. He said, my little cousin, Charlie Moorhead. So, Kenny, how big are you? If Charlie is your little cousin, Kenny, you have to be huge.
It's because Charlie
is a man.
Is 6'1", 295. And he's playing some good football today.
Uh-oh.
You know, I'm going to tell you who number 9 is on that reception. That's Jabari Tucker, another Georgia kid, another Metro Atlanta area player. Jabari Tucker is Benedict legacy as well. His father, Michael Tucker, a native of Columbia. I think he went to AC Flora High School. He played basketball here at Benedict.
What was his father's name one more time?
Michael Tucker.
Michael Tucker.
Now, Sly. A little older than you.
Oh, he's a little older than me. Well, I have a cousin. My first cousin, Bryant Williams, is actually a All-American at AC Florida, All-American track. Oh, what a defensive play. Great job of getting your hand in there to break that up. 38, don't have a name. Oh, Russell Stroud. Russell Stroud getting his hand in there and breaking that up.
Russell Stroud played great defense on that because a lot bad was about to happen for Allen.
Mm-hmm.
He don't make that play, and great things for Benedict. So definitely want to make sure we recognize Stroud on that.
All right, here we go. 2nd and 10. Here's your snap. They're looking, dropping back, throwing across. That crossing route is wide open for Benedict, and it has been wide open these past couple of runs, and Jabari Tucker, he caught that one.
That's 2 in a row for Tucker, and again, that's another Georgia guy, Metro Atlanta area, and you wonder how did you let this kid get out of Georgia?
All right, there's your handoff, trying to get to the outside. Has a blocker in front. Oh, and he cuts back in. Oh, they'll say he stepped on a line. Duhart, if he was playing in Canadian League football, he could have took it to the house. Take a look at this replay right here. Look at Duhart coming on the inside. Looking. Ooh, that was close to the sideline.
Yes,
I don't know.
Yeah, he stepped out.
He stepped out.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
But Duhart, again, man, Benedict has
a
plethora of offensive players.
Wait a minute. We might have had an acting. They did call timeout. Now, I love giving out my Oscars. I love giving out my Emmy Awards. Caleb Pierce, he might get one on that one. Caleb Pierce on that one. Caleb Pierce on that play. Yeah, Caleb Pierce on that play. He just fell down. They were trying to call timeout. Take a look at Caleb Pierce. Well, no, we missed the next play, the dead play. They're showing the run. Oh, we didn't get that one. They did, but Caleb Pierce. Allen was trying to get their substitutions in the game. They didn't have the right players in the game, so Caleb Pierce just fell down and started grabbing his leg.
Give him his Emmy Award there.
Give him his daytime Emmy Award for that one right there, Caleb Pierce. My goodness.
You know, chasing A's, B's, and C's and D's, man, that's Coach Berry's, another one of his sayings. Want A's and B's in the classroom, C's for championships, and D's for degrees.
Yes, sir.
He has a championship already, 2, and possibly a second in his 3 years of coaching here.
And then you talk about degrees. It was senior night. He has a bunch of his players who've graduated. So many of those guys, A's and B's, they're on the academic All-American teams. Thank you. The academic All-American teams, the academic All-SIAC teams. Man, I like what Coach Berry is doing when they say change the culture. He's changing the culture here at Benedict. There's a quick pass to the outside. Jabari Tucker one more time. Hey, Tucker's getting some receptions in the second half.
Tucker's cooking up. He's heating up, man. That's 3 in a row. 3 first downs on each completion.
Now, game's about to end. We have a lot of tailgaters out there. Still 9 minutes to go. Throws to the outside. That one will hit the ground. But here is my speech to everybody, to all the people actually watching the game from the tailgate, because the crowd is starting to thin on out just a little bit. Where do I go for a plate? Somebody let me know whose tent do I show up to get a plate for some of these tailgaters, because they're out deep.
I tell you what, man, they're looking at the scoreboard and the time, and they've seen the bands. They're heading back to our tailgate. For many of those folk, game time over.
The draw up the middle. Dennis has some room. Dennis a straight armor, man. He'll still stay on his feet. And Dennis will go out of bounds. And there's a late flag. And something went on, and I think that may be of the personal foul variety, because you see an Allen football helmet just laying on the middle of the field.
But I'll tell you, man, Jabari Tucker caught 3 passes in a row, all for first downs, and was the best blocker for Aeneas Dennis this time going down the field, leading to another first down. But we're going to see what some of that laundry is all about.
I think that let's see what he says, but I think he's – I don't think this should be a 15-yard penalty. I understand why it is. What happened, they called a personal foul on the defensive tackle. He lost his helmet during the play, but he continued to play. So anytime you lose your helmet, you must stop playing. And so if he continued to go and try to make the tackle, it's a safety rule. So they gave him the personal foul for 15 yards. I understand why it's there, but I don't like it.
I don't like that either. The young man comes on the field with the helmet on. He's trying to win, trying to make something happen. Somebody on the opposing team, perhaps, or maybe even one of his players, knocks his helmet off. If he stopped, in his mind, it's going to be 10 of my guys against 11 of their guys.
Exactly.
And then he gets penalized for it on top of that. I think there was enough that Benedict had the first down, was continuing to move down the field.
Mm-hmm. All right, they said the ruling was correct. It'll be first and goal, ball on the 3.5-yard line. Ball on the 3.5-yard line. They'll hand it off, juggled on the snap, puts a hand in the ground, keeps running, still on his feet, still moving, and now he'll get hit and brought down rudely. Let's take a look at the replay on this one right here. Look at him still staying on his feet.
That's number 22, Izzy Rhodes there.
And here's a young man. He understands he's playing behind 2 great running backs, so when he gets his opportunity, he's going to make the most out of it.
I'll tell you what, but this time the most of it went backwards. It would have been great, and I still hope we can get Dr. Artis on an interview here. There's a lot going on. Senior day, she's been pulled to quite a few places. It's military day. Quite busy with her, and just hoping before the time expires we can get her on the field.
Oh! Bobbled, and he is going to have bad dreams and nightmares about that one right there. Who is that? DJ Dunnifer. Let's take a look at DJ running. Oh, it hit him dead. It hit him in the worst place possible.
I can imagine DJ is saying, I don't believe this. And he's on the sideline doing push-ups now.
I don't blame him.
And he's not doing correct push-ups.
Yeah, they're not correct.
No. I need to show him the correct way per our military way of doing it.
Oh, it hit him in his hands. Here we go. Here's a snap. Here's some pressure. Dennis escaping. Dennis trying to run, and he'll fall down right at the 5-yard line. And I think that'll bring out the field goal unit. It's 4th and goal. I tell you what, speaking of push-ups and stuff, they're giving your guys at the ROTC, they're giving them a workout down there.
Yeah, they'll talk to me next week and say, hey, Mr. Robinson, we did quite a bit. But hey, I think they're happy that this season is coming to an end. They've been doing a lot of push-ups this season.
I tell you, here we go. Ball will be placed on the 5. The holder is on the 12. 22-yard field goal. Place, hold, kick, up, and good. Picarillo with his second field goal of the evening, and the score 34-9. 34-9. Benedict on top of Allen.
Aficionado, find yourself here. High quality cigars plus personal customer service. Slow Burn is Waco's only mobile cigar lounge, featuring a meticulous, curated collection of premium cigars. Visit our website, www.slowburnwaco.com. That's www.slowburnwaco.com.
When it comes to professional learning, teachers deserve better. From the leader in online learning, Stride brings you the Stride Professional Development Center, an on-demand library of mobile-friendly courses that gives teachers choice and flexibility, allowing them to learn anytime and anywhere. Our dynamic courses provide bite-sized learning and help educators advance their knowledge while also gaining professional development hours. It's time you take charge of your learning. Visit us today.
All right, we are back live at the Chuck here in Columbia, South Carolina, and the score 34-9, 34-9, Benedict all over Allen. And here is the kick, and it will go out of the back of the end zone. Got a kicker in the game. Who the kicker kicking deep? Win Lucas out of Powder Springs, Georgia, McEachin High School. Let me tell you something about McEachin High School. McEachin High School at one time used to be a small Christian college. The owner of the college, or the founder of the college, he left it in his will that he would pass the land and the school along to the Cobb County School District. And McEachin High School has an endowment. They get $1 million every year from that endowment.
Now, that's a gracious gift right there, Sly.
From that endowment.
That's an incredible legacy, still alive. And the benefactor of those students that can come through there, complete education, get an opportunity to do other things, play sports, participate in other organizations, and, live their dream, get an opportunity to play college football in South Carolina, not in Georgia. They've moved on from there, which is great. Great. I love to see opportunities afforded to young people, young individuals, and it's even more grand when they take advantage of those opportunities.
They do. They do. Rosalind says, thank you for shouting out my son, Charlie Moorhead. I know, nice run up the middle by Harrington. Nice run, and he'll pick up the first down plus about 5 more yards. Now, Rosalind, I know it is sad whenever your child goes away to college. I know that's a tough one, but I'm pretty sure your grocery bill appreciates that young man going off to Benedict and the people at Benedict having to feed that young man. He is a load that I'm talking about. All year long, he's been one of those big-time defensive linemen from Benedict. Charlie Moorhead, a staple on that defensive line.
Tell you what, man, Charlie Moorhead, and he's a junior. He has another year to come on back here to Benedict. He transferred from, I think it's Hocking Community College up in Ohio. And see, Rosalind, your son is down here enjoying this mighty fine weather in South Carolina. It's about 71 degrees and bright and sunny.
I'm telling you, I know in Ohio it's a bit chilly. Almost intercepted, tried to set up the screen pass, but Benedict was not fooled at all.
Didn't the pressure from the D-line and the backs and the linebackers, man, shut that all down.
They were ready for it.
I think we'll see at least one other big play from Allen before the time chips all the way. It's now 6 minutes, 16 seconds left in the ball game.
Because one thing about Allen, they are going to fight to the end. These guys, they're going to keep throwing that ball around.
For what Allen has done this year, if they don't come back and win this game, because, anything can happen. Mm-hmm. But, man, it's been a lot of wins for them. It's a win-win. They've had an opportunity to do some great things with limited resources. Mm-hmm. You think about what a gentleman said down at Bethune-Cookman with what he saw last year, and the language he used towards the school and the disrespect towards the school. I just have to say what it is.
Yeah.
You know, if he walked in and saw what Teddy Keaton had, just imagine. But Teddy Keaton came in and said, hey, what we have, we're going to make something great. And that's what happened.
Fumble.
And as you it's another turnover.
Turned it over, and Benedict in that opportunistic defense picked it up, and Benedict will go the other way. Here's the thing. We saw on the replay right here, when you're running that ball, you can't carry it like a loaf of bread.
Oh, no. There's one way to secure that ball, and anything outside of that leads to what's happening now. And you never know when it's going to happen. And, you know, the young man was fighting for more yards, trying to get more for his football team. Benedict's defense, you know, stepped up to the plate and came even harder. And I think this is, 5 turnovers for Benedict now? Maybe 6, 2 or 3 fumbles, maybe 3 interceptions.
I think so. I think there's 2 interceptions, and I want to say 3 fumbles maybe.
Man, it's hard to beat a football team on this level like Benedict, mainly any team, but definitely a team like Benedict when you turn the ball over 5 times.
Definitely. Shout out to Aaron. Aaron says, shout out my little brother, Aeneas Dennis, and the Tigers on a great regular season. Best quarterback in the SIAC. See y'all at Lakewood. And for those of you who don't know, Lakewood Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia is where the SIAC championship will be next week. Lakewood Stadium. Get your tickets. Come on up to Atlanta. I'll be there. Running hard is Izzy. Izzy's running hard. Hey, Aeneas Dennis' big brother, where did Aeneas play high school ball at? I know that name, Aeneas Dennis. I may have called the game of his in high school. I cannot remember where he played high school ball at. Let me know. Aaron?
That was a big-time play just now from Izzy Rhodes. Not the thunder and lightning of Duhart in Scotland, but he's the shifty guy. He's the quick speed guy. Nice run on for Izzy Rhodes.
All right, new quarterback in the game, Zayshawn Rice in the game. He'll have an empty backfield. 3rd and about 3, empty backfield for Zayshawn.
Zayshawn, again, from Florence, South Carolina, Wilson High School, coached by my friend and frat brother, Derek Howard.
Yes. Yep, Derek Morehouse, man. Throwing over the top, nice pass to the outside, and that's your man Izzy. Did he have enough for the first down? I think that is really tight, depending on that spot, and the referee says he does.
Yes, that's Izzy Rhodes. And again, man, Coach Berry, class personified, because I think right now, if he left his first team in, it would be 40 to 41 points on the scoreboard. He has his backups. He's given them an opportunity to play. And I guess he's going to tell Allen University, hey, we're not going to dig it in. Every year we've played Allen since he's been here, it's always been a 40-something point game, scores against Allen. So this time we might not see 40 this time. It might be somewhat of a victory from Allen. That they get the opportunity to at least keep Benedict under 40 points.
A little bit of extra discussions going on underneath the pile. And once again, rivalries, teams see each other right across the street from each other. And since they're right across the street, and as a matter of fact, I think the football players' dorm is actually right next door to Benedict. I mean, right there on Benedict's campus. So the young men are probably talking to each other saying, hey, what are you going to be doing after the game? Is the Midnight Lounge? Oh, the Midnight Lounge is the Midnight Lounge is closed. I'm showing my age. I'm showing my age when I said the Midnight Lounge.
Man, you're taking it way back.
I'm taking it way back. Oh, straight up the middle. Izzy's stunner steps. Trying to get the first. No, that wasn't Izzy.
No, that's number 30. That's Durant from McCormick, South Carolina, true freshman.
Akin Durant.
Durant is showing, hey, I want to move up on this depth chart as well. I didn't do great things at McCormick High School just for nothing. You know, don't sit me down. He's also coached by another Benedict player, Dietrich Williams. He also played here at Benedict. And Dietrich always talks about this young man.
I remember the name Dietrich Williams. I do remember him. He played in the early 2000s?
Yeah, he played in from the mid to late 90s. I think he probably finished up around 2000 his playing time.
Okay, yeah. All right, trying to get him to the outside. Durant couldn't get it. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, maybe lost a half a yard. Now, we have a little bit of controversy in the comments. I asked, where did Aeneas Dennis play high school ball at? Guy I really respect, Coach Abumba, says he played at Harrison High School and he took over not long after Justin Fields. But Aeneas' brother said he played at South Cobb High School. So
I'm going with the brother.
Yeah, I think I'll go with the brother. I think I'll go with his brother. Sorry, Coach. Maybe he played at both. We'll say that. All right, here's the jet sweep around the outside, trying to find a way to go. Doesn't have much room to work right there. That's Jordan Black. Jordan Black didn't have much room to run.
You know, these players are chipping it away when between the whistles. But, you know, man, when that whistle's blown, they're helping each other up off the field. They're tapping them on the shoulder, tapping them on the helmet. Again, man, great dream to see the Benedict and Benedict College and Allen University players come together. You know, that's a part of life, man. You want to see these guys graduate from both schools and go across the country wherever they may be and be great contributors in life and in the communities they're around.
There you go. The handoff up the middle doesn't go anywhere. And they'll bring up fourth down, and the field goal unit will come back on, and Picarillo will get another shot. But you know, you talk about just going on in life and doing great things outside of the football field. Because here's the thing, a lot of the youngsters don't want to hear it, but not everybody's going to make it to the NFL.
Very few of them will make it to the NFL across the country.
You got to get a job sometime.
I can laugh and smile about myself, man, because I'm a Benedict graduate and have had an easy and great life from the day I graduated from Benedict. Everything about life had come together for me. And I'm reaping the great benefits of the education that I've gotten here at Benedict. And I encourage these students, when I'm walking on the Crink campus dealing with ROTC students, or just even serving as the voice of Benedict basketball, to always make good decisions, always plan ahead, use common sense, and then fall back on the education you received here in college. And I share that with the Benedict students as well as the Allen University students.
I'm telling you, man, those are words of wisdom right here for all you youngsters watching, man. It's something you can take, not even youngsters, even some of you old folk out there watching. Those are just true words of wisdom right there that you can impart and use in your life. Well, that field goal was good for Picarillo. That'll make the score 37-9. 17 seconds remaining. It's been all, here's the thing. When people look at this scoreboard, they're going to say 37-9. Allen got taken behind the woodshed. But the score doesn't really indicate the type of game that was played today.
Oh, no, not at all. I mean, that's a perfect statement you just made, Sly. Not at all, man. Allen is a good football team, man. The score don't indicate it in terms of looking at it. Mm-hmm. But if you've had an opportunity to attend this game or to stay home and watch this game, listen to us on the Black College Sports Network, you'll have a different opinion of just looking at that score. I can imagine when we get out of here and I get among these fans who are tailgating, there'll be a whole lot of plenty of Benedict family coming up saying, hey, Allen have a real good football team.
Exactly. And here's the thing about Allen. Allen was predicted to be 11th in the conference by all the major voters. But I'm going to tell you one thing, Anthony. At the beginning of the year, when I saw that, when I put my vote in at the beginning of the year, I had Allen finishing 4th in the conference. I had him finishing 4th.
Sly, I think your prediction was right on point.
I called it. Well, there you have it. The scoreboard clicks down, and another undefeated regular season for the Benedict Tigers. The final score, 37-9. Go ahead, Anthony.
Let me tell you this, Sly. I definitely want to put this out before we leave our listening audience. Benedict is the first HBCU in South Carolina history to ever go undefeated back-to-back regular season games. So that's a big nugget that Coach Berry and his team and his staff can walk away with.
It's a huge nugget for the team to walk away with, man. What Benedict has done these past 2 years under Coach Berry is amazing. It's amazing. It is great. But here's the funny thing about Coach Berry. Coach Berry, he may be happy for about 2 or 3 hours, and then next week, then he'll say, okay, let's go 1-0 next week. Let's go 1-0 next week.
He's going to face a tough team in the SIAC. Mm-hmm. I don't know if it'll be Fort Valley State or if it will be Tuskegee. Mm-hmm. Both of those schools have a bone to pick with Benedict.
And now here's the thing. You can check out that game. You can check out the Tuskegee versus Miles game. You can check out the Tuskegee versus Miles game. We have the audio version on the Black College Sports Network. If you want to listen to that audio version on the Black College Sports Network, we'll have it. We'll have it. And also, that game just kicked off 10 minutes ago. But also, if you want to watch the Edward Waters versus the Virginia University of Lynchburg game, we'll have that one on the Black College Sports Network. You can actually watch that game at 6 o'clock Eastern. That game will start in about 45 minutes. Well, the final score, 37-9. 37-9. Benedict takes out Allen here at the Battle for Taylor Street. I have named it the Battle for Taylor Street. Benedict takes out Allen. Anthony, you got any parting words before we get out of here?
Yes, I think we should have had some tweets coming in voting on Battle of Taylor Street or Hardin Street Battle. But great season, great way for Benedict to end the season, and a great way for Allen to not close out their season. But these guys finished 7-3. And, man, I'm always joyed to have a part of the Black College Sports Network. Roy Evans and yourselves, Sly, you guys do a great job, and it's always good to have you come back to Columbia. Welcome to bring you back to South Carolina and you back home.
I am so happy. I always enjoy coming back home. All right, well, that'll do it for Roy Evans, our producer, Anthony Robinson, my color analyst. I am Sly Williams, Sylvester Williams. They call me Sly the Sports Guy. We have a final here at Charlie W. Johnson Stadium. The score 37-9. Benedict on top of Allen. We'll see you later here on the Black College Sports Network.
To get started.
Since 2002, Empowerment Resources, Inc., a nonprofit organization, has empowered more than 1,500 youth and adults in Duval and surrounding counties. Through its programs, Journey into Womanhood, Girls Mentoring, Life Skills for Teens, and Parenting Education Coaching. To get involved with programs, volunteer, or donate, visit www.empowermentresourcesinc.org. Follow us on social media, facebook.com/empowerment.resources and instagram.com/empowermentJAX.
The human voice has always connected audiences with experiences. Major brands all across America have trusted Kever's voice time and time again. Conversational, powerhouse, intelligent, and sincere. That's the voice you need for your creative marketing process. KEAVERSVOICE.com. Kever's Voice, Kever's Voice, KeversVoice.com. Always on, all the time.
Nope. Nope.
Come on, him?
Ooh, I like him.
Quick, the quicker picker-upper. Bounty picks up messes quicker, and each sheet is 2 times more absorbent, so you can use less.
He's an 8.
He's a 9.
Bounty, the quicker picker-upper.
From novice to aficionado, find yourself here. High quality cigars plus personal customer service. Slow Burn is Waco's only mobile cigar lounge, featuring a meticulous, curated collection of premium cigars. Visit our website, www.slowburnwaco.com. That's www.slowburnwaco.com.
Itchy, squirmy, scratchy, family not getting clean? Get Charmin Ultra Strong.
Go get 'em.
It just cleans better. With a diamond weave texture, your family can use less while still getting clean.
Goodbye, itchy squirm.
Hello, cream bottom.
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. It is the Game Time post-game show here on the Black College Sports Network. A final score of 37-9. Benedict walks away with one here at the Battle of Taylor Street. I am Sylvester Williams. I'm joined by Kyle Green and Coach Anthony Robinson. Great game today. What did you expect? We saw you in the pregame. You gave us a prediction. It came true. How do you feel about your Titans?
I feel really well. I mean, I didn't realize, and I think Coach said it on Facebook. He said we'll be the first HBCU in South Carolina that went 10-0 consecutive years. So for us to go 10-0 this year, another successful season, to win the SIAC again. And what's crazy is this: we dropped 2 touchdown passes.
Yes.
We had 3 or 4 fumble recoveries. We had 3 or 4 interceptions. This score is not reflective of what really went down. Let's just make that clear.
Oh, man. It all depends on what side. Who you asked. Now, we talked about this one earlier. We said even the Allen faithful can say the same thing. They can say that this game, the 37-9, wasn't a true indicator of Allen because the ball didn't go their way. And all us being former players, hey, sometimes the ball goes your way, sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah.
Sometimes it doesn't. Anthony, what did you think about today's game?
Again, man, that Benedict defense, and we call the stars out, man. These guys did it again. They came through, forced fumbles, picked off passes, caused incompletions, sacked quarterbacks, kept David Wright on the run. But, you know, with all of that, Benedict's defense was able to put out today. And Allen's offense made some big-time plays as well. I see why David Wright is so high in the rankings or the standings as a quarterback. But before today, he hadn't seen a defense like Benedict's.
Yeah. He had not seen that type of pressure that you would get up front from just the front four. One thing I really like about Benedict, they send those front four linemen, they don't really have to blitz a lot. Right. That young freshman, Joshua Barker, what he does, number 97, the way that young kid, whatever guard that he lines up in front of, he literally bench presses the guard into the backfield.
Right.
I mean, it is amazing, that defensive front. You know, Danellis gets all of the accolades, the awards, and everything else. But those other guys up front, they are really, really good.
Yeah. And speaking of Barker, you said earlier, he wasn't just a state champion football player. He was a state champion wrestler or weightlifter.
Power lifter. He's a state champion power lifter.
That's different.
A power lifter. He's a state champion, and that's who that young man is. You know, just looking up in the backfield, just causing pressure, hitting hard. I mean, just all over the place. That's what that young man does, and just impressive. That front four. I keep talking about that front four. So impressive from Benedict.
But I will say, on the flip side, though, the one thing that worries me, being a former player and watching our guys play, because I watch every position. I think we're good in special teams with our field goal kicker, is our offensive line. I think going forward, I'm not sure who. Are we playing Tuskegee, Albany State, or that hasn't been?
Well, we'll find out in about we'll find out in about two to 3 hours. We'll find out who we're playing. Tuskegee's playing Miles right now, and what will have to happen if Tuskegee wins? Tuskegee's in.
Okay.
If Tuskegee loses, we have to check the Fort Valley Albany State game. If Tuskegee loses and Fort Valley State wins, then Fort Valley State is in. But if Miles defeats Tuskegee and Albany State defeats Fort Valley, that means Miles is in.
I'm glad you know all that.
And you know what, Kyle? That's a biggie. Because in the state of Alabama, Tuskegee, Miles, that's a big game.
That's a huge game.
In the state of Georgia, Fort Valley, Albany, that's a huge game. I think it's the Fountain Inn Classic. Played in Columbus. Fountain City Classic. You know, Miles College, Albany State would love to be spoilers for those two schools, just like Allen University wanted to be spoilers today against Benedict's perfect season, but it didn't happen.
It didn't happen. Well, what did happen was Benedict just staking their claim and showing that they're the #1 team in HBCU football, especially Division II football. Without a question, without any shadow of a doubt, they left nothing to be decided by chance. And you really have to like the effort that Coach Berry has put in. Now, here's the question. Here's the scary thing. You guys being Benedict guys, what happens after this season? I know we don't like to look forward, but sometimes you got to look a little forward.
Yeah.
You have the hottest coach in the nation.
Yeah.
What happens after this season?
So I'll start. I'll say this, being a former player, I understand what he's done for our program. And if he were to leave to go someplace else, I would give him the biggest high five, the biggest hug. I would thank him for elevating Benedict football program to where it is now, because now we are an attractive situation, school for any coach who maybe like him looking for an opportunity. And I think as alum, as former players, you can't be mad if that was to happen, because that's all a part of life, man. We all want to elevate. We all want to move up in life. So for me personally, being a player, alum, I would just thank him for everything that he did for the program. But I would be naive to think that we could keep him here.
Well, now ditto everything Kyle said. But one thing I will hope, and it's a lot of hoping, that he'll stay here to give it another 4th season. But, you know, that's the name of the game. That's the name of the game. You work hard, because Coach Berry works hard. We see it all on the football field. But you know what? Going back to those acronyms, A, B, C's, and D's. Chasing A's and B's in the classroom. Championships. D's and getting their degrees and getting out of here. Paying their fee. You know what? Focus. Effort. Execution. Those are things that he's instilling in these young men over and over and over. And it's happening on the football field. And what's happening there leads to W's on the football field.
Well, I tell you, we hope the Benedict faithful, they hope and pray that he stays. But Benedict faithful, if you want him to stay, you're going to have to get those fundraising pockets a little bit deeper. You're gonna have to, what my pastor say, sometimes you gotta dig deep. You gotta dig deep if you want to keep them. But it has been another great afternoon on the Game Time post-game show. He's Anthony Robinson. He's Kyle Green. I'm Sly Williams, Sylvester Williams, known as Sly the Sports Guy. We thank you. Go ahead and check out and make sure the Edward Waters, Virginia University of Lynchburg game is coming up next. So check it out. Enjoy. We'll see you later here on the Black College Sports Network.
Go Tigers.
There you go. Hey, fellas, I appreciate it, my brother.
My man.
Still alive.
We should.